Hello, guys. Good afternoon, and we're just waiting for a few more people to join our online Saturday sessions by techph.org, powered by Recruiting. Okay, hello, guys. Good afternoon, and thank you for tuning in to TechPH first online Saturday sessions on new and emerging technologies. I'm Luis Baring, your host, and today we are joined by Justine Clemente of Senti AI and Bash Yumol, a data scientist and AI practitioner, to give us an introduction on their respective field of tech. So, for those of you who registered to this event, you have the unique opportunity to send in your questions and have them answered by our speakers today. We send the link to your email address, so kindly refer to that. And for those who would like to receive our session pack, please register to the link in the comments below. Okay. Okay, and then in our next online Saturday sessions, we are joined by Prince Javier of Project Moses and Paulo Espiritu of Haraya Learning Innovations. So that's on May 23, 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Session number 3 with Prince Javier on data science and Project Moses. And on May 30, 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Session number 4 with Paulo Espiritu on AR and the future of learning. You can register to these events in the link provided on our Facebook page. Okay, also June is Design and Development Month. We have invited speakers with different specializations to share their experience and expertise. The topics will include introduction to product design, UX fundamentals, design and development team cycle, introduction to PWA, developing for Android and iOS with Flutter, Android native development, iOS native development, and introduction to game design and game development. Please continue to visit our page to register for these events. Okay, and this session is powered by recruitday.com. Kickstart your IT career today by scanning the QR code on your screen, or you can also use the link that I will provide in the comments. All right. So in our first session, we are joined by Justine Clemente to give us an introduction to machine learning. Justine Clemente is a graduate of computer science from the University of Santo Tomas. Currently, he is a co-organizer of AI Pilipinas, the biggest AI community in the country, and an AI research engineer at Senti AI, the pioneering artificial intelligence company in the Philippines, where he's involved in projects related to natural language processing and deep learning. His research interests primarily focus on natural language processing, but also extends to reinforcement learning and how AI can play a role in physics. He also participates in talks such as this to various tech events in the country about AI and machine learning as a way to give back to the community. So let me give to you Justine Clemente.
Hello guys. So today we're gonna talk about introduction to machine learning. So let me reintroduce myself again. So I'm Justine Clemente. I'm a co-organizer of AI Filipinas, and I'm an AI research engineer at Senti AI, where I handle various research projects and the research team, including not related projects related to natural language processing, reinforcement learning, speech recognition, and the like. So I'm also a computer science graduate from the University of Santo Tomas, batch 2019. So I just graduated last June. So before I tell you how machines learn, we ask ourselves, how do humans learn? So let me introduce my three younger siblings. So the boy on the left is Jaden, the boy on the right is Tyler, and the girl on the bottom is Kaizen. So upon growing up with them, of course, nag-aalaga ako sa kanila. I realized that the first thing they commonly learn is they were able to distinguish different colors from each other. So, this may be because parang yung mga nursery rhymes or mga YouTube videos na pinapanood nila. So, through this, parang na-realize ko, parang it has the same way as machines learn. So, let's go deeper. How do humans learn? Or how do humans distinguish colors with each other? So, um, the iris or the eye, uh, usually yung light wave papasok sa eye natin. And then, on the surface, it will reflect. So for example, yung apple is red because the red light or the red wavelength reflects to our eye. So in summary, humans are able to distinguish colors based on their different wavelengths. So nakikita natin dito on the third picture, if we have like a wavelength on 630 nanometers, or parang I don't know the measurement of that wavelength, pero if it is 630, then we see red, and if it's like around 400, we see violet. So so we summarize that humans are able to distinguish these different colors based on their wavelengths. So how do humans learn? Let's make it a more complicated. So the next thing they learn after distinguishing colors from each other is they were able to distinguish fruits. So parang kung ano yung pinapakain namin sa kanila, or kung ano yung mga pinapakita namin fruits or pinapahawak, nalalaman nila. So parang if I show nung una, hindi pa nila alam. So parang we always parang teach them, parang this is a banana, this is an orange, or this is an apple, this is an grape. So kung paulit-ulit natin ginagawa yun for a few months, they were able to learn that that yellow thing is a banana, that orange thing is called an orange, and grapes, and the red thing is an apple. So how do we distinguish fruits? Parang it can be based on color, it can be based on their size, or it can be based on their weights, or etc. So then, since nandito naman kayo, I want this to be an interactive presentation. So later we're gonna have an interactive slide where you will also give your insights about it. So in summary, humans distinguish colors based on different wavelengths. Humans distinguish colors based on I distinguish fruits based on their color, size, weight, etc. So in machine learning, we call these attributes as features, and then these are their corresponding labels. So let's try a harder problem. How do we humans learn? So I want you to go to menti.com and use the code and type your answers. So share ko lang yung isang screen ko for Menti. So ayan. So I want you to go to menti.com and use the code 799301 and type your answers. So what features can we use for classifying these three different animals? So the bird, the dog, and the cat. So I'll wait for a few seconds till you show your answers. Ayan, so nakikita natin feathers or fur or scales. So breed, their shape, their size, their weight, their color. So I'll wait for at least 30 seconds to 1 minute. What? Number of legs. All right. So nakikita natin na pinaka mostly marami based on the word cloud is shape, species, size, may colors, may number of legs, which is very interesting, and feathers or fur or scales, facial feature, and the color. Cool. Interesting answers. All right, so I think that's it. So actually, what you typed in here is actually correct. So we can distinguish this or classify these three different animals based on their size, their shape, their proportion of body parts. Kung species, I think this is the label na gagamitin natin. Oh, the sound they make. Yan, tama. Of course, it's yun yung usually babies. We teach babies how to distinguish animals through sound. So if moo, it's a cow, or chip chirp is a bird. So fur pattern, tama rin naman since, or feathers or fur or scales, since different animals have different, may mga animals na may feathers, may animals na may fur, may animals na may scales. So number of legs, yep, tama rin kasi like sa birds, nakita natin na dalawa lang sa bird. However, pagdating sa cat and sa dog, doon na siya malilito. So kasi same ano lang. So we use these different kind of features to classify these animals. So going back to the slide, present ko lang ulit. Alright. So, ayan. So, how can we make machines learn? So, since we have an intuition of how humans learn, we want to now ask the question, how can we make machines learn? So, we propose to consider the question, or we ask ourselves muna, can machines think? So, if familiar kayo sa question na yan, that question is asked by Alan Turing, the father of computer science. So back in around 1953 ata to, he proposed he wrote a paper called The Imitation Game. So this is where he questioned the ability of computers, or can we really create a machine or a computer that is able to think or learn. So from that, parang nag-boom, or parang madami ng computer scientists na nag-question. So parang they built on this parang imitation game or this paper. And then we go now to machine learning. So to clarify things beforehand, nakikita natin sa picture na before around 1950s to 1980s, artificial intelligence began. So dito na coin yung word na artificial intelligence, specifically around 1950 to 1960 through a Dartmouth called the Dartmouth meeting. So around 1980s, yung machine learning nagbegan to flourish na. So makikita natin na machine learning is a subset of AI. And then around 2010, yung deep learning breakthroughs began to drive the AI boom. So nakita natin na na-apply na natin yung mga machine learning models and reality. So deep learning is a subset of machine learning, and machine learning is a subset of AI. And in general, machine learning and deep learning is under artificial intelligence. So machine learning is the application of AI. Artificial intelligence is the field of study of how can we teach machines, or how can we make machines learn. So there are three types of machine learning. So there is supervised learning, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. So supervised learning, if you want to summarize it in one sentence, it is called learning by examples. So ang requirement niya, a dataset containing features, yung X, which we call X, with their corresponding labels, Y. So sabi yung kanina, yung example natin, we want to classify these animals, need natin ng dataset na nagko-contain ng features na may label. Kumbaga, annotated data. We need data annotation. So yun lang yung pinaka-challenge dito, na need niya ng annotated data. So ayan yung example ng machine learning algorithm, which I will explain later. So the second is unsupervised learning. So learning by discovery. So ang requirement is only a data set containing the features. So ang nangyayari dito is given these features, i-group ko na lang or parang I'll arrange these data sets or data points into groups. So nakita niya na sa third picture ng unsupervised learning, ginugroup niya or kinukulayan niya yung mga data sets na to. So, ang challenges dito is ina-arrange niya to by group, pero it still requires human intervention kasi na-group niya nga, pero hindi, we still need to analyze kung anong group pa to or we need to rename these groups manually. So, the third is, and the last one is reinforcement learning. So, it is learning by experimentation. So, ang requirements nito is, this needs environment to be simulated. So, by experimentation, it is a simulation. So, the machine or the algorithm is in a simulation. So, challenges since yun nga, simulation to long time to train the model. So, one example is this picture or this GIF is tinuturuan machine is a machine learning algorithm is trying to learn how to walk. So, parang may environment siya na simulate niya. So, sa una, syempre, di siya marunong. Tapos hanggang after some time, natuto na siya maglakad based on learning. So, for this talk, I'll just gonna be focused on supervised learning. I'll try to give you less maths. I'll just give you a more general intuition how machine learning works. So, applications of machine learning muna tayo. So, for supervised learning, nakikita na natin to sa Tesla self-driving cars. And for unsupervised learning, Google News. So, what if kasi you have a collection of news articles na hindi mo alam kung ano yung topics or ano yung content? Then you can use an unsupervised learning algorithm that groups them. O, itong mga news articles na to, magkaka-group. These articles are about politics. These articles are about entertainment. So, ganun yung mostly nang ginagamit ng mga news companies if wala silang annotated data. So, reinforcement learning. So, if familiar kayo si kay OpenAI 5, so recently OpenAI, an AI company that is internationally known, created an AI model or algorithm that plays Dota 2. So, last around 2016, 2017, they beated the Dota 2 champions at the TI, at the international, yung international competition ng Dota. So, supervised learning on a mathematical note. So, given f of x, so you want to find, given x, we want to find a function f of x that maps these labels to y. So, we have x is our features, f is our machine learning algorithm or algorithms, and then y is our labels or the ground truth. So, summarizing, given features x, we want to find a function based on the features that maps these features to their respective labels. So, machine learning process, supervised learning. So, consider that we have a data set containing the features and the labels. So, kanina, may data set tayo composing of pictures of animals with their label. This picture is a bird, this picture is a cat, or parang sa fruits, may images tayo of fruits, parang this picture, parang ang file name ng image na yun is banana.jpg, banana1, banana2. So, yun yung labels niya. And then, we split it into two sets. So, this is our training set. The training set will be used to train the machine learning model. And we have our test set, which will use to test the machine learning model. Or this is unobserved data. So, why do we do this? So, parang treat supervised learning na parang exam. So, for example, if you're in a university, you're in your calculus class, tuturuan kayo ng prof nyo ng mga basic differential calculus. Tuturuan na kayo ng basic differential calculus, mga chain rule, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos pagdating ng exam nyo, sobrang hirap ng tanong. Parang ganun siya. So, tuturuan niya kayo muna, then papa-examine niya kayo. Then based doon, i-check niya kung natuto pa kayo. So, from this, using the training set, we train the machine learning model on the training set. Then from that, pag na-train na natin, meron na tayong machine learning algorithm that we can use for prediction. Pero before natin gamitin yon, let's try to test if maganda ba yung performance niya. So, si test set is yung unobserved data or hindi nakita ni machine learning model. So, we evaluate it. So, paano natin evaluate? So, meron tayong y-test, which is the ground truth. And then y-pred, which is are the predictions of the machine learning algorithm based on the features of the test set. So, i-compare lang natin to kung kung ilang percent accurate yung predictions ng machine learning model based on the test set. So, sabihin natin, compare model predictions with true values. So, kita natin dito na around 98%, for example, 98% accurate yung machine learning algorithm. So, in practice, hindi lang to basta-basta linear na susundan nyo lang yung flow na to. This is just the basic general workflow of machine learning. So, pwede kasing if hindi tayo satisfied sa 98% accuracy, pwede nating taasan yung dataset, or we can use another machine learning algorithm and just use or follow the same process. So, machine learning, our first machine learning algorithm, which is k-nearest neighbors. So, k-nearest neighbors classifies based on similarity and k-nearest neighbor. K is a variable na ikaw mismo or the user or the AI developer would input. So, if k is equal to 1, classifies based on the closest data point. So, how do we classify? So, we use distance formula. So, iba't ibang distance formula, depende talaga sa use cases. No? So, we have Euclidean distance, we have Minkowski distance, etc. So, no training needed. I'll explain kung bakit hindi siya tina-train in a sense. So, however, this suffers from curse of dimensionality. Explain ko lang ulit later. So, for example, ito yung Minkowski, Euclidean formula. And then this is the Minkowski formula, distance formula. So, ayan. So, ito yung simple algorithm ng k-nearest neighbor. So, may black na point, which is unobserved or test data. So, hanapin niya yung 5 nearest neighbors niya kasi gusto niya malaman kung anong class, kung anong data ba siya, kung green ba siya or red. So, ayan. So, based from this, ayan, 5 nearest neighbors niya is yung pinakamalapit sa kanya. So, based dito, yung 5 nearest neighbors niya, 3 doon is kulay green. So, therefore, kulay green siya kasi 3 out of 5 kulay green yung pinakamalapit sa kanya. So, that is the basic algorithm for k-nearest neighbors. So, bakit hindi siya need ng training? Kasi you just need a test set and a Euclidean distance formula. Find the distance between all the training set. And then, gano'n na yung nangyayari. So, hindi na siya technically tinatrain but rather computes all the distances between the data points. So, ano yung curse of dimensionality? If maraming features, ito kasi two-dimensional features lang tayo. We have our x-axis and y-axis. So, usually, in practice, hindi lang dalawa. So, pwedeng umabot sa 100, 300, it can even include thousands. Ang nangyayari doon is that sa curse of dimensionality, pag tumataas yung dimensions ng features mo, like nagiging 100 dimensional siya, umaabot sa point na hindi na ma-perceive ng machine learning algorithm or the data set is complex enough for the machine learning or for the algorithm to learn. So yun yung curse of dimensionality. And in a mathematical sense, if tumataas yung dimensions ng data set mo, mas nagiging magkakalapit yung data points and mas mahirap i-perceive. Kasi tayo nga humans, 3 dimensions, hirap tayo i-perceive. So, for machine learning, for our second algorithm, we have our support vector machines. So, find the hyperplane that best separates two classes of data. So, ayan lang yung ginagawa ni machine learning. Hanapin niya lang yung this decision boundary between the data sets. So, hinahanap niya lang yung best line. So, nakita niyo may dalawang line, may isang line na strong line and then around dash line. So, in SVMs, there are 2 types of margins or decision boundary. So, this is the optimal margin and the dash line is called the functional margin. So, ang goal ng optimal margin is to find the decision boundary or the line that splits this data set. Ang goal naman ni functional margin is to find the minimum distance between the data points. So, pwedeng dito, minamaximize niya yung distance, and then si decision boundary, mini-minimize niya yung distance between it. So, kernel trick, one useful algorithm or one improvement on SVMs is the kernel trick. So, transforms the data into higher dimensional space if a hyperplane can be found. So, kasi in reality, what if hindi mo mahanap yung decision boundary dito or hindi mo mahanap yung line? So, kernel trick, parang if this is a two-dimensional plane, transform it into a three-dimensional one using some function, and then hopefully makahanap ka na ng decision boundary or hyperplane para sa dataset na yun. Kung hindi pa rin siya umabot sa three-dimensional, kung hindi pa rin makahanap, transform mo ulit sa four-dimensional, transform mo sa five-dimensional, hanggang mahanap siya. So parang ganun yung basic intuition ng SVMs. So how do SVMs learn? How do they find it? So they use convex optimization. So convex optimization, in general, in supervised machine learning algorithms, the goal is to minimize the error between the predicted values and true values. Siyempre, dapat yung prediction mo malapit dun sa true value mo. So ito yung last function of the SVM. Hindi ko na-explain. You don't focus on it. And then, ang goal is to minimize it. So nakikita nyo dito, for example, this is the gradient descent algorithm that minimize the loss function. So makikita mo dito, at iteration, pababa ng pababa yung loss niya. So, ganun yung objective ng machine learning algorithm. So, I hope at this point na-understand nyo yung marang basic concepts. So, this medyo technical siya. Pero for our next is one of the useful, or ito yung pinaka, I think, interesting algorithms in the modern day of AI. So, neural networks are inspired by how the human brains work. It is very powerful, but downside, it needs heavy computational resources. So, nauna to, it was proposed in 1943 called the perceptron, which is an artificial neuron. Hindi pa siya network. Isang neuron pa lang siya. So, ginaya niya, or they tried to imitate how human brains work. So, may inputs, papasok siya dito, and then mag-output, mag-activate yung neuron. So, depending sa input, yung activation ng neurons na to. So, parang ganun din naman sa brains natin, how they work. So, ito yung, then, when we combine these neurons, we form a neural network. So, basic intuition lang. So, this is the input layer. Parang ito yung features natin. Then, this input layer is connected to a hidden layer, and the hidden layer is connected to output layer. So, each input layer is connected, the input layer, each feature in the input layer is connected to each neuron in the hidden layer. So, may connection tayo from A1 to A11, A01 to A11. May connection tayo to A02, A12, and so on and so forth. So, yung connection nila, it has weights. So, based on these weights, we have the activation function, and we have the loss function. So, hopefully, hindi ko na i-derive yan, pero if you want, I'll give naman resources later if you really want to go on a deeper understanding of it. So, ito naman, how do they learn? How do we know these weights? So, we train them using backpropagation. So, nakita nyo how they derive it is using calculus. So, hindi ko na siya explain, but here is the formula for the parameter update. So, A1, 2 is the predicted value of the neural network. Y1 is the true value of the neural network. So, kung mas maliit yung differences nila, edi mas mababa yung updates and yung errors. And then, ano nangyari? So, don't worry. This is a basic visualization of how neural networks work. So, ayan. It moves forward, then it moves backward to correct the weights. So, technically, neural network, you need to find the optimal weights between between the network. And then model basic very useful knowledge to for model complexity. So in practice, we do not only use one machine learning model on a data set. We try various algorithms. So pwede tayo mag-try ng k-nearest neighbors, SDM, or neural networks. So you want to do this because different machine learnings have different models of levels of complexity, and datasets have their own level of complexity too. So we want to find the best machine learning model on a dataset that fits our objective. So, for example, if we use parang a simple machine learning algorithm, it may lead to underfitting. It means that the machine learning model is simple enough to capture the data. So, ibig sabihin, we can go more, or parang we can try another machine learning algorithm, or we can make it more complex para mas mataas yung performance ng machine learning algorithm natin. So, wag naman kasing umabot sa too complex, kasi when the machine learning model is too complex, ang nangyayari is nag-overfit. What does overfitting mean? Umabot sa point na sa training data na siya nagfo-focus rather than generalization. So, you want to find the best machine learning model that is that has the closest errors, that test data error and training data. So, ito yung pinaka-ideal range for the model complexity of the machine learning model. So, again, in practice, just use different. You don't really only use one. Usually, sa akin, ang ginagamit ko is tatlo. So, depending on the dataset and objective, just use various machine learning algorithms. So, depende talaga sa results. So, if hindi nyo naintindihan yung math, I'll give you a very inspirational quote from Andrew Ng. So, don't worry about it if you don't understand. Kasi the objective of this talk is just to give you intuition how machine learning works and what is machine learning. So, for the code demo, I'll shift na lang muna here. So, here is a Jupyter notebook. We use Python. So, we have our fruit dataset. So, based on height, width, mass, and color score, we have the labels apple, mandarin, orange, and lemon. So, ang gagawin natin dito is we test split it into training and test splits. And then, we try KNN at 5 nearest neighbors. So, ang result is sa training set, we have 95% and 1% on the test set. So, this is a dummy data set, so don't expect naman na medyo it mirrors reality. But this is just for examples. So, for the data, I'll go here sa KNN. So, makikita natin sa KNN, we try to plot the decision boundaries or the decision areas niya. So, at 1 nearest neighbor, ang train score is 100%, and then at test score natin is around 80%. So, it means the model is 80% accurate on unseen data. So, makita natin dito na magkakalapit yung mga yellow. So, syempre, if katabi mo yung yellow dataset, yellow ka na rin. And however, dito lang sa gitna, medyo may may inconsistencies or complications. So, try natin at 3 nearest neighbors. So, nag-iiba-iba siya ng results. So, nag-iiba-iba din yung decision boundaries. Of course, depende sa nearest neighbors, dito sa kung ilan yung neighbors mo. So, dito, given unseen data, hanapin niya yung 3 nearest neighbors sa kanya. Then, based on the 3, parang ano yung pinaka-majority doon, kung yellow ba or black. So, at 11 nearest neighbors, we have a training score of 77% and a test score of 80%. So, this is very overkill na actually to be, kasi ang nangyari, na-miss out naman tong tatlo na nandito. So, even though they're yellow, na-classify sila as black kasi sabi mong ika-classify natin tong yellow na point, 11 nearest neighbors niya, ang majority ng nearest neighbors niya in terms of 11 neighbors is black. So, na-classify siya as black. So, same as these two. And of course, these two and this. So, siguro, I'll give you an intuition lang about regression. So, what we're doing in the past slides or in the past few minutes are classification. So, given an object, we classify it into a distinct value. So regression kasi is um, a machine learning task then, but rather than predicting distinct values, you predict continuous data. So like yung sa stock market, yung mga stock prices are continuous, so nagbabago-bago siya. So dun mo pwedeng gamitin yung regression. So yun lang naman yung medyo general difference nila. And then, I'll show you ito naman yung mga iba't ibang machine learning algorithms. Don't worry, actually, I emailed to the organizers already these slides, or I'll share it later with them, so that you can have access to these notebooks. So let's go to neural networks. So neural networks have different activation functions. We have logistic, teach, and relu. So I won't explain it deeper, but ito yung graphs nila. So how they activate. So for classification, nakita natin na nakikita natin how neural networks classifies things. So ang activation unit niya kasi is single hidden layer with for sure logistic. So nakakahanap siya ng decision boundary, but hindi ganun kaganda kasi one hidden layer lang siya. So dagdagan natin pag dinagdagan mo ng neurons, makita natin na hindi na niya naka-classify linearly, but it can also classify non-linear problems. So that's why I said neural networks are very powerful, kasi it can classify non-linear datasets. So yung non-linearity yung pinaka-important kasi in reality, datasets are non-linear most of the time. So hindi lang naman neural networks, kasi yung SVMs may different kernel tricks din that can give them the ability to classify non-linear problems. Pero syempre, it has its limits compared to neural networks na hindi naman unlimited, but rather sobrang ang dami mong pwedeng gawin to classify non-linearity or to solve non-linearity. So nakikita natin na paiba-iba lang. So yun lang naman yung medyo code demo. We only use scikit-learn for this kasi scikit-learn is a very basic machine learning algorithm. So nakita nyo naman from this na halos same process. So we given a data set, we split the data set into training and testing. Then we fit a machine learning model, fit the function, give it on the training set. Then we evaluate them on the test set. So ayun lang naman yung medyo code. Hindi siya demo, but rather a showcase lang kung paano nangyari sa Python. So the rise of deep learning. So we have an intuition on basic machine learning. Ang problem kasi with the traditional machine learning flow is that we have an input, then to get the features, hindi pwedeng raw, we need a feature extraction algorithm. So usually a feature extraction algorithm is another algorithm that is used by AI developers. Then based on the extracted features from that algorithm, we use it to feed the traditional machine learning algorithm. Then we apply the machine learning process, what I taught earlier. So for example, sa images, so parang we can input raw pixels. So we need to find a feature extraction algorithm for images that can be able to extract those features sa images. Then we feed that to the machine learning algorithm. So the rise of deep learning, ang nangyari dito, deep learning parang in-automate na niya yung feature extractor. So just put one big deep learning algorithm na siya na bahala sa feature extraction, siya na bahala sa machine learning algorithm or sa machine learning classification natin. So ang nangyari dito, based on just feed the neural network images or raw pixels, then siya na bahala doon mag-classify. Siya na bahala mag-learn ng feature, siya na bahala mag-learn ng classification. So ang downside lang sa deep learning is that you need a not very large, but you need a large data set for it. So how large is large? So usually tens of thousands. Usually ang gamit. Depende talaga sa use case. But in computer vision, parang around 2015, around 2012, nagsimula to 2012, they released the ImageNet challenge. So the ImageNet challenge is isang malaking dataset of images given 1.4 million images with 1,000 labels. So each image is classified into one label. So um, parang ginawa nila, ang challenge is create a machine learning algorithm, yung pinakamataas na accuracy, yung mananalo dito sa challenge na. So what happened is that using convolutional neural networks, so parang this is the turning point for computer vision. So convolutional neural network is a neural network that has convolutions. So convolutional layers lang tawag sa kanya. So this is the image. So an image has, in an RGB format, has 3 pixels or has 3 matrices, red, green, and blue. Then ito yung parang filters mo or kernels that we call them, that is trainable. So ang mayari lang is dot product, nagda-dot product lang siya. So we have this, and then ito na yung output feature mo. So ang pwede dito is one convolutional layer, pwede mo siyang pagpatu-patungin. So nakita niyo dito sa slide ko is this is one convolutional layer, then stack on the next convolutional layer. Then ito yung parang basic neural network, feed-forward neural network. So sa ImageNet challenge, so parang una nagsimula sila ng very shallow, around 2 to 5 layers. So around 2010. So around 2012, they extended it to 8, 13, 8. So around 2014, 19 and 22 na. So pagdating ng 2015, umabot na ng 152 convolutional layers yung um, yung yung ImageNet challenge. So this model is a very complex one na kasi 152 layers na. Imagine 152 na ganito. So sobrang laki niyang architecture. So beyond image classification, so kasi as researchers, they wanted to go beyond image classifying only images. So gusto nila why don't we detect objects in images? So around 2016, people from, I forgot the company, pero this algorithm is called YOLO, or you only look once. So ang nangyari dito is basically for object detection kasi, you classify each pixel. So each pixel corresponds to one person, pixel-wise. So if this group of pixel belongs to a one class, then parang group it or put a bounding box in it. So around 2016, you only look once. Isang beses niya lang titingnan yung image. Then may neural network na nabahala doon na magpo-process ng mga objects or that can classify objects. So deep learning was proposed in 1990s. Bakit ngayon lang? So one of the main reason is frameworks and tools. So may mga sinabihan or may mga nakakwentuhan kasi akong mga researchers ng AI na mas matanda na sa akin na dati to the point parang they implemented these machine learning algorithms from scratch. So you need to know the equations and all. And ngayon, we have scikit-learn. Pinakita ko kanina, we can train a machine learning algorithm with only a few lines of code. We have TensorFlow and PyTorch that is used for deep learning mostly. So, ang difference lang naman nito is TensorFlow is a framework for same Python, pero TensorFlow was made by Google and PyTorch was made by Facebook. Yun lang naman yung main difference nila, pero there's a very big difference pa if you go deeper to the framework itself. So I won't explain it to you since it's for another topic. So another reason is this. So if you're familiar with this, computational power. So sabi ko nga, neural networks are very computationally expensive. So nakita nyo kanina yung sa ImageNet, 152 layers, sobrang haba ng computation nun. So for sure, around days, tinitrain yun. So for example, ito yung OpenAI 5 na pinakita ko kanina. So they trained the DOTA 2 machine learning model or the AI model with 60, yung OpenAI 5 ito. So 128,000 CPU cores, 256 P100 GPUs sa Google Cloud Platform. So, hindi ko lang nalagay dito pero they trained this for months. So this is, they use reinforcement learning on this. So matagal siya and sobrang gastos nito. Imagine kung how many millions of dollars this takes. So, spoiler alert, around 40 million ata yung ginastos nila dito. So, another one is cloud computing. So, if wala tayong GPU, so we can rent GPU easily on the Google Cloud. Kaso, of course, it comes with the cost. So, madali lang siya kasi we have cloud servers like AWS and GCP have their own parang Python servers or parang Python AI notebooks. So sa GCP, they have specifically a product for that called the AI platform notebooks, which you can use for training your machine learning algorithms and just rent GPUs on the fly. So one of the last reason is we can easily share data thanks to this guy. So if hindi niyo siya kilala, this is Tim Berners-Lee, the creator of the World Wide Web. So imagine if walang World Wide Web, how can we share data to each other? So parang papadala pa ba natin yung hard drive sa iba't ibang research? O parang papadala pa natin abroad para lang makuha yung data na yon. So at least now, since we have the internet and the World Wide Web, paano we can easily download the data on the cloud? So despite these advancements, actually, there are still plenty of things that needs to be done. Kasi I see, in my opinion, we're still not advanced enough. So madaming challenges pa na nag-arise in machine learning. So the first one is adversarial attacks. So adversarial attacks is basically, how can I explain this? So you can easily fool your machine learning model just by changing the input a bit slightly. So nakita niyo dito yung classifier output niya nung wala pa yung toaster na picture na yan, naging banana. But nung nilagay niyo yung toaster, nag-classify na siya ng toaster. So yan yung isang tinatawag na adversarial attacks. Since machine learning models can be easily fooled as of now. May mga other researches na din na parang that aims to solve this pero hindi pa siya completely solved. And algorithmic bias, ito yung pinaka-prevalent ngayon. Especially parang if we want to create a machine learning algorithm, dapat in reality, we want to avoid bias. Kasi lalo na yung mga life-critical AI system. For example, AI system sa medical field, parang dapat maiwasan yung bias na yun kasi nakasalala yung buhay ng tao doon. So for example, one example is this, parang I think this is in the US wherein parang given the records of a person and their image, parang classify kung ano yung risk niya, kung high risk ba siya or low risk. So parang nakita natin dito, nasa left side is yung offenses nung low risk is mas malala pa compared dun sa high risk. Pero mas high risk siya. Bakit? Because the woman is black or the person is black. So yun, medyo prevalent pa rin yung algorithmic bias ngayon. And actually, if I think may nakita ko talk one time na parang may nag-classify siya nag-object detection siya on a person or an image. Tapos parang na-classify niya yung person na yan kasi medyo sobrang black talaga. Na-classify niya yung image na yan as a gorilla. So yun yung need nating iwasan na algorithmic bias. So how do we solve it? Actually, the way we solve it is just make our data unbiased as possible. So kasi the machine learning models or algorithms rely on the dataset. If the dataset is biased, expect your machine learning model to be biased. Ganun lang kasimple yun. So right now, using common sense is still hard. So in machine translation, mahirap pa rin siya ng common sense na kahit kaya niyang i-translate completely. For example, what you see, paper jam and Spanish mermelada de papel. So in Spanish, ang jam kasi in Spanish is ambiguous. So may different words for jam. So parang ito yung meaning ng mermelada de papel in Spanish. So paper in a jam. But in reality, paper jam is like, or parang used in parang printer. So may nagja-jam na paper. So, lack of data. Hanggang ngayon, actually, kahit na we're in the digital age, may mga data sets pa rin na napag-iiwanan. So, for example, itong Google Translate na to, medyo naging Lord our Savior siya. So, what happened in this? So, kahit nonsense yung sentence from the Somali language, for the source from the source language, which is Somali, na-translate niya into a Bible. Bakit? In Somalian language or Somalian datasets, syempre, hindi pa siya ganun, sobrang konti niya in the internet. So, ang pinakamalapit or pinaka pwede nating magamit na dataset in Somalian na language is the Bible. Kasi yung Bible, madaming translations into different languages. So, ito yung pinaka-explanation niya kung bakit nag-quote siya from the Bible. So, to solve this, of course, we need digitalization. So, that's the machine learning, that's introduction to machine learning for now. But before we end, I want to give you some related resources. So ang nangyari kasi, we're in the digital age, madami ng insights na nagpo-push towards accessible AI education. So si Coursera, si Deep Learning.ai, si Andrew Nang, if you want to start with machine learning, that is the best. He is the best teacher for me to teach you machine learning. So at Stanford University also, Stanford University YouTube, if you just, they have their, lahat ng AI, almost all of their AI courses are fully online. So introduction machine learning, natural language processing with deep learning, convolutional neural networks for visual recognition, reinforcement learning, TensorFlow. So madami, just search it on YouTube. Sobrang in-open source nila lahat ng lecture videos nila. So for learning resources, mathematics, we have Gilbert-Strang, which is linear algebra. So if you want to learn about linear algebra, si Gilbert-Strang yung pinaka-maganda for you. So it's free. So nasa open course version ng MIT. And for probability and statistics, we have Khan Academy. I think if mga galing sa universities, Khan Academy is our friend. So for mathematics, for machine learning, we have a book related to that. Just go to this link. And may Coursera course din for mathematics for machine learning. So for calculus, I won't give kasi we have madaming videos online. So ito lang yung need nyo matutunan sa calculus if you really want to go deep into machine learning. So differential, calculus, integral, and differential equations. So for machine learning, we have Stanford Machine Learning, which is the primary. Kung if you want to start, brace yourselves lang kasi mathematical siya. So you really need to refresh your maths before you go to, or you want to learn Stanford Machine Learning. So applied data science with Python by University of Michigan. So yan yung tinake ko last when I was starting in machine learning. I took it for free because may program ng CBOST na parang related to Sparta. So for Stanford, they have their CS229. So nandyan yung mga lecture notes and lecture videos ng machine learning course ni Stanford and lecture videos. So Google also has a machine learning crash course. So ito yung site. So if you want a crash course on ML, go there. Medyo mabilis ng course. It takes around 1 day, I think. So for deep learning naman, Stanford Deep Learning, CS230. Go to this site, andyan yung mga lecture videos. For Stanford Natural Language Processing, CS224N, andito din, just go to these sites lang. For TensorFlow, for deep learning research, andito din. And Stanford Computer Vision, nandito. Nakita niyo po Stanford kasi Stanford yung talagang nag-open source ng mga lecture videos nila. So sa deep learning.ai courses, meron din dyan. And TensorFlow tutorials. So TensorFlow has their own tutorials also. So shameless plug before I end. Please join AI Pilipinas. So it's an tech community focused on AI. So ayan yung link for the Facebook group. Follow me on GitHub, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter ako if you want to follow me. Pero hindi siya masyadong professional. So go to email. I have this email if you have any more question or if you want to reach me out. So I want to end this talk with a quote from Alan Turing, which is parang one of my favorites. So we can only see a short distance ahead, but we can see plenty there that needs to be done. Why did I choose this? It's because AI is still pretty far from parang advancements talaga na nakikita ko. This is because ang dami pang challenges ng AI right now. And kahit nasabihin natin it's advanced enough and mabilis yung pace niya, um, from these advancements arise new problems. So kahit na nag-advance tayo, may mga problems pa na nag-arise. For example, right now, maganda na yung machine translation task natin, but creating those machine translation models are very hard because sobrang laki niya and hindi accessible for AI developers. So, prevalent pa rin yung algorithmic bias ngayon. Hanggang ngayon, we can avoid it. And yung mga adversarial attacks, it is not solved. And then there's the parang in politics or parang the politics of AI pa yung AI replacing humans. So, hindi lang sa technical problems but yung mga social problems ng AI. So, mga ethical AI kumbaga. So, ang dami pang problems ng AI but madami nang nagawa but marami pang gagawin. So, that's it for this talk. I think thank you guys for listening if ever. So, the slides are sent to the organizers na parang they'll share na lang to you, I guess.
Yeah. So, hi
But,
Justine, thank you so much for that.
yeah,
And I think it's time to answer some of the questions. And just a reminder, for those who have questions, please use the Slido link on sa comments down. You can refer to that. Just click it and post your questions there. So for those questions now we think would require like a lengthy answer. Now we can't probably do during this online session. We'll include that in the email that we're sending to all the registered attendees. Yep. And as Justine has told you guys, we're also sending all the materials to you. So please register. Nandun yung link sa comments then. So kindly register there. We'll send to you the session pack at the end of this session. So I think Justine, it's time to answer a few questions from our viewers. So we're streaming on YouTube and Facebook.
alright.
Yeah. So, first question, what do you usually consider when choosing to use K nearest neighbors slash SVM slash neural networks? I'm gonna message you then the question just in case it doesn't make sense how I say it.
How usually actually yun yung what I presented here was the common algorithms that I use. But I don't use ito na lang. I don't use KNN for high dimensional data. Pag masyadong marami yung features mo, hindi ako gumagamit ng KNN. Mapapansin niyo na since yun nga, kinakalculate niya yung distance formula kada data point, sobrang bagal niya in training. And pagdating naman sa prediction, kung sobrang dami ng dataset mo, like thousands, isipin mo kakalculate niya lahat ng distance doon. So, don't use KNN. If you want to use KNN, go. But yun nga yung downside nun. Pag sobrang laki ng dataset, sobrang dami ng features mo, sobrang tagal ng KNN. Although, maganda yung accuracy niya. So, for SVMs naman, it depends sa use case, pero SVMs are actually my go-to algorithms pagdating sa machine learning. Why? Because parang ang daming applications ng SVM and around, before neural networks were born or were applicable, SVMs talaga yung pinaka-ginagamit. So other than SVMs, I try to use random forest. I don't use random forest kapag masyadong complex yung data or medyo complicated na yung data. I don't use random forest then on text data, on textual data. I don't really use random forest on textual data. Ano pa ba? Yung naive base, hindi ko ginagamit yung naive base for kapag pag masyadong malaki din yung features ko. So, it really depends. So, ang advice ko lang is to try. Yun lang kasi yung pinaka-best. Parang, if you want to learn more, parang how to create or how to choose parang the algorithms that you would use. Parang you really need to understand how these algorithms work. So, ako kasi parang naaral ko na siya beforehand. Like, I know how SVMs work in a mathematical level. I know how neural networks work in a mathematical level. SVMs, random forest. So, parang depende talaga doon. So, yun lang naman yung medyo advice ko for now. So, or more on a mathematical sense talaga siya.
Okay. Yeah. So thank you for that. And second question that we have is, Python lang po ba ang language na pwedeng gamitin sa machine learning?
Hindi naman kasi we have R. But parang ang R kasi is very limited in terms of deep learning. And parang nahirapan ako sa kanya in terms of deployment. So parang if you want to deploy machine learning algorithms like sa API or sa website mo, hindi naman discourage but sobrang mas mabilis sa Python kasi Python parang you can use scikit-learn then just use Flask, the web development framework for Python to deploy it. So, yun lang naman. We have R, we have Java, if gusto nyong Java. Pero medyo mahirapan lang kayo kasi medyo outdated na yung Weka, yung framework ng machine learning ni Java. So, yun. Kaya Python lang ginagamit ko kasi yun yung ginagamit namin sa SNP. And most AI companies or data science companies use Python talaga. Kasi accessible, open source, and yun nga, most of the machine learning frameworks, TensorFlow, PyTorch, scikit-learn are in Python.
Okay, thank you. And our next question, how can you determine if a machine learning problem needs a linear output or a non-linear output?
Okay. So, we can, actually, the best is to plot. Ginagawa ko, pinaplot ko siya. So, but, Luis, can you, like, share my screen? Para ano?
Okay, sige. Yeah.
Para example.
Alright. There.
So, ayan, nakikita natin dito na hindi siya linear. Kasi nakikita niyo na may mga yellow lines dito. So, usually, kapag ganun, parang we use a more complex model. So, pinaplot ko talaga siya for this. So, feature 1 and feature 2. Pero dalawa lang features nito. Pero in reality, madami tayong features. So, we can use like dimensionality reduction algorithms. So, if yun yung tanong mo, I think yun yung sagot. So, parang madami pa kasing may mga datasets kasi na tinatawag natin non-linearly separated like this. So, hindi siya linear kasi iba't iba. So, we really need to use parang a more complex algorithm that can model or classify non-linear datasets. So, like, see, neural nets are the best example for that.
Okay, and for the person who asked this question, if you have a follow-up question, you can just add it dun sa Slido link, and maybe we can ask Justine to answer the question offline, and then we will send the answer to everyone. Okay. Tapos, next question is, free po ba yung course sa Coursera?
Yung sa Coursera is not free but you can audit it. So meaning audit is parang you can have access to the lecture videos. Wala kang access sa assignments but may access ka sa lecture videos. And actually, if you go to YouTube, you just go search Andrew ng machine learning. And here we are.
What is machine learning? In this video, we will try to define what it is and also try to give you a sense of when you want to use it.
So, ayan.
So that's your personal playlist, Justine?
Hindi.
So we're gonna share that to everyone as well, right?
Yup. Ayan, madami naman actually. Kasi itong machine learning na first query is yung sa Coursera. Ito yung machine learning course niya sa Stanford. So parang ang ginawa kasi ni Andrew nang doon sa Coursera is just they adapted yung course niya dito, yung lectures niya dito sa Stanford to a more digital platform. Pero I suggest na go to Stanford na lang if ever kasi mas maganda yung explanation and mas matagal. Mas matagal means mas complex. So yeah, at least ito kasi, buti nga nabutan nyo na to. It's a good high time na dito na yung pinapanood nyo kasi before this, kaka-upload lang niya, April 2018. Before ma-upload to, ang ginagamit pa namin na version is 2008 pa. So, nakikita mo sobrang bata ni Andrew naman. So, ayun, at least, mas better to for me if you want to go on a mathematical level talaga. So, You can go here. So madami naman, just go to YouTube. For Stanford din naman kasi they have it. So ayan. So madaming lectures. Just really need to search and go to Google. So yun.
Okay. Tas, Justine, for this next question, medyo mahaba siya. So it was sent in parts. So I'm gonna message it to you.
Okay, see.
And I'm not really sure how to read it. Kasi medyo technical. Don't have the skill for that.
Okay. So part 1, you have the question is may 15,000 data points po ako with 20 features. The label is either overplanned or underplanned. So simple classification. How it came up. Cluster these events based on these features. For clustering, basic lang. Actually, it's just a basic one. You can use k-means clustering for this. K-means, may third label po pala, which is Stockholm. So yeah, just use k-means algorithm for it. Kasi just use unsupervised learning. So kung ang goal mo naman kasi is just to understand paano nangyari yung ganito, you can just use k-means clustering. And then, parang analyze mo na lang from that. Then just plot or create a visualization of it para mas lalo mong maintindihan. So, yun lang naman yung basic doon if you want to understand siya. So, ayun. And then, if meron kasing label ka na, parang if you want to classify na based on these features, you can just use a supervised learning algorithm for this since may labels ka na. Pero if you want to cluster or give an understanding of it, you can use k-means algorithm. Then just use k at 3. Since may 3 clusters ka or 3 labels ka, parang focus ka lang on 3 clusters. So, yun. Hopefully, nasagot ko yung question.
Yeah. Okay. So for everyone else who has not sent their questions, you can always comment it sa Facebook natin. On the comment of this video, we will stay live until later tonight because we still have introduction to AI with Bash Yumol. But you can post your questions there, and Justin will help us find the answer for that. Um, and for everyone who's asking about the session pack, so yes, we will send you the session packs, which will include a summary of the presentation, the references that were discussed during the online sessions, and also maybe some links on where you can learn AI and machine learning in general. So the things that Justin presented a while ago, we will have that available to you as well. Maybe Justin will share his playlist on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, pag may access naman kayo sa slides, no worries kasi yun nga, meron akong 3 slides doon na focused on the links.
Okay. And for us to be able to do that, guys, please kindly register using the link that's provided on the comment section so that we get your email address and we'll send it to you right away. And also so that we can let you know of the upcoming events this for the rest of May and for June. So June is about design and development. We have a few speakers who will talk about their expertise, and we would also love to have you there. So I think that's let me just check if we still have a few questions. So I think the rest of the questions can be answered offline. And thank you so much, Justine, for the time, for taking the
Alright.
time to talk to us today about machine learning. It's a very complex subject, but
Yeah.
as Justine mentioned, there's a community dedicated for that to help you understand machine learning. So AI Pilipinas, please join AI Pilipinas on Facebook, and you can't find a community that's more supportive with anyone wanting to learn machine learning and AI than AI Pilipinas.
Alright, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. And yeah, thank you so much, guys. And please stick around. At 7 p.m., we will have Bash Yumo on Introduction to AI. And just to let you know, also June is Design and Development Month. So we will have a few speakers who will talk about their expertise on design and development. And additionally, on the following weeks, data science and Project Moses with Prince Xavier. I think Prince is online watching us. He will talk about data science and Project Moses and how it's helping fight COVID-19. And we also have Paulo Espiritu, AR, The Future of Learning. That's on May 30. Okay. And lastly, this session is brought to you by recruitday.com. Kickstart your IT career today. Just kindly scan the QR code on your screen, or you can also refer to the link provided pro- that I provided to this video. So you can find it there. Okay, so Justine, any last words before we end the session?
Akin, for me, wala na naman. Ayun, you can just reach me out on my Facebook uh, and LinkedIn. So, just search me, nandun naman ako. So,
Yep. And yeah, and I think AI Pilipinas is the best place to go as well because say Justin is one of the organizers.
yeah.
So you will have the the attention of a lot of AI practitioners if you ask questions there. So I think um, it would be best if you are getting into the journey of learning machine learning and AI, it'll be good to really join a community who can help you along the way. All right. So, guys, we'll just pause for a quick break and we'll be right back at exactly 7 p.m. tonight. It's the same video, it's the same link. And we will have Bash Yumol with his introduction to AI. Okay, thank you. Hey, hello again, guys, and good evening, and thank you for tuning in to TechPH's first online Saturday sessions on new and emerging technologies. I am Luis Baring, your host, and today uh, we are joined by Bash Yumol, a data scientist and AI practitioner, to give us an introduction on AI. So, for those of you who registered to this event, you have the unique opportunity to send in your questions and have them answered by our speaker today. And we sent the link to your email. And additionally, we also left the link on the comments to this video. So, if you're watching on YouTube, it's going to be in the comment section, and same with Facebook as well. So, we're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube tonight. And for those of you who would like to receive our session pack, which will include a summary of the presentation and all the links mentioned during the talk, please register to the link in the comments below. Okay, and again, session 3 and 4 will be on May 23 and 30. So in our next session, in our next online Saturday sessions, we are joined by Prince Javier of Project Moses and Paulo Espirito of Haraya Learning Innovations. So just to go through the schedule again, that's on May 23, May 23, 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Session number 3 with Prince Javier on data science and Project Moses. And on May 30, 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Session number 4 with Paulo Espiritu on AR and the future of learning. You can register to these events on the link provided on our Facebook page. And also June is Design and Development Month. Yeah. So we've invited speakers with different specializations to share their experience and expertise. The topics will include introduction to product design, UX fundamentals, design and development team and cycle, introduction to PWA, developing for Android and iOS with Flutter, Android native development, iOS native development, and introduction to game design and game development. So please continue to visit our page to register for these events. And I've also left the link to our YouTube channel in the comments. So please subscribe to that so you get access to the video, to the recording of this online event after tonight's sessions. So this session is powered by Recruit Day, recruitday.com. Let me just put that up. Kickstart your IT career today by scanning the QR code on your screen, and you can also use the link in the comments. So if you are a fresh grad or career shifter and you want to pursue a career in IT, recruitday.com can help you find jobs in awesome companies even during the crisis. Just visit the link to apply, and you can refer friends to get a 3,000 peso referral bonus if hired. All right. Okay, so for our second speaker tonight, we have Bash Yumol to help us understand the complex workings of AI. Bash is a data scientist and AI practitioner working with various industries for data solutions. He applies concepts in statistics, mathematics, and physics in conjunction with programming tools to understand complex dynamics of data. There, that's Bash Yumol. He's also well versed in supervised and unsupervised machine learning algorithms for industry and research applications. And on the side, he teaches data science in a bootcamp company based in the Philippines and spearheads a curriculum on data ethics and human centered design. He believes in the potential of technology for advancing social good and impact. So let me just add Bash now.
Okay.
Yeah, hi Bash. How are you, Bash?
Yeah, I'm doing good. So excited to share things about artificial intelligence and technology.
Yeah, because I think everybody's been hearing about AI from here there, and I think me, my earliest recollection of AI is the movie, you know, and it's good to let people understand that AI at the moment is not that advanced and complex, and I think this session will help them understand AI better, how it's being used in the industry today, and also guide them if they are interested in exploring a career in AI.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start. Okay, again, for everyone who's listening or who's tuned in, please refer to the link to register so that you can get the presentation of our speakers tonight. And also, to if you want to ask questions, please refer to the link, the Slido link I've provided in the comments. And at the end of the session, we will answer all your questions one by one. Okay, Bash, the floor is yours.
Okay. Thanks, Luis, for the introduction and for giving us this platform to share our knowledge to our um, kababayans. No? So I am Bash, so that's my nickname, but my real name is Albert Yumol. I will be your instructor, quote unquote, for today, and I will try to demystify what artificial intelligence is. So I want this sharing session, to be as interactive as possible. So please, if you have any questions, we have given you links like Slido where you can forward those questions and comments. Okay, so let's start. First off, I am sending all of you visual hugs. We are in a pandemic anyway, so I appreciate you giving time to your learning. I appreciate you giving effort in joining our community, in understanding technology better, and doing things, a lot of things, despite what's happening to our world. So, okay. So, Luis introduced me a while ago. I'm a data scientist working with various companies, mainly in consulting. I am teaching data science as well in a bootcamp company. So I am very fortunate enough that my background as a physics major was able to help me transition from a more academic career to a more industry-based and a technical career. Okay? Um, Before, we didn't really have a lot of things to do with data science, for example, because we are limited with our resources. So we are very lucky right now because of many advancement in technology. Okay, we call those advancements, technically the three V's of data science or big data. So it's velocity, volume, and variety. When we say velocity, the past few years pa lang, nagkaroon talaga ng surge ng dami ng data na napoproduce natin. Yung bilis ng pag-produce natin ng data, and of course the volume, the amount of data that we've been generating through our social media, to many IoT devices and smart devices that we use. And we have many options as well, like the variety and the low cost of this technology that is available for us. So from the recent decade, pababa yung prices ng technology na nagiging available for us. So that is very helpful. Pero in line din with the pandemic and in the case of data problems, lalong-lalo na sa Philippines, I would want to add another V for this three V's of data science or big data. I call it veracity. No? So veracity, ibig sabihin nito, we need to ensure that data is objective, bias-free, trustworthy. Okay. In short, we need um, our systems, to have open data for more transparency. For example, when we're doing mathematical models for quantifying or modeling corona crisis, for example, it's hard to do the models if it's not transparent where data is coming from, what are the limitations, what are the possible sources of error. So I think in line with these three V's, no, it's important na idagdag natin yung veracity or yung pagiging trustworthy ng data that's made available for us. Okay, so here's the learning objective for our lesson for today. Again, I will reiterate that this is I want this to be an interactive session. So if you have any questions, please feel free to comment in Facebook or in the Slido link that we gave you. Okay. Um, a while ago, Justine, my colleague, gave an introduction about machine learning. So it's important, no, before I continue discussing artificial intelligence, mag-disambiguate muna tayo. What's the difference between artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, yung mga buzzwords na ginagamit ngayon sa industry, no? Pero before, ito lang yung learning objective natin for today's session. So we need to define what AI is. We need to define how it works. So konting math, may konting mga mathematics tayong i-discuss. And what are its applications and implications? So we'll try to delve a little bit about data ethics, no? It's very, very relevant nowadays, given the current settings of the pandemic and other things about fake news. Okay, so to this ambiguation part, no. So yung machine learning, overarching topic lang talaga siya, no. It covers a wide range of concepts and topics, which includes machine learning. So technically, machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. Okay, and deep learning is within machine learning as well. I think Justine already discussed this kanina, no? So how does this relate? I like to think of it like an egg. So di ba yung egg yolk or yung kulay yellow na part, that's deep learning. So within after the yellow part, there's the egg white, which is machine learning, and the eggshell would be artificial intelligence, which is which is the best way that I can imagine on how to explain the relation of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. Okay, so let's proceed with some questions. No, yung first question ko about artificial intelligence is to how to identify current technologies kung AI ba sila o hindi. So for example, I give you these images, okay? Are these systems intelligent? Okay? Nakasanayan ko when I define things, I always try to look at its etymology or like word dissection. Like for example, artificial intelligence is composed of two words. So artificial and intelligence. Artificial is just adjective, and I think the weight of this concept is more on intelligence. So ano nga ba talaga yung intelligence? Okay? So I think it's also important to try to define things in the context of Tagalog or Filipino. No? So ano nga ba yung intelligence sa Tagalog? Intelligent would be pangunawa or pag-iisip. So kapag tinanong tayo kung itong mga objects ba na pinapakita sa atin ay intelligent, for example, the air conditioner or the refrigerator, ang naisip natin una, intelligent ba sila or nag-iisip? Sabihin natin hindi, because they are only like objects. They cannot respond to anything, di ba? Kapag hinawakan mo sila, nagre-react ba sila? Hindi. Kapag tiningnan mo sila, nagre-react ba sila? Hindi. Okay? So, let's try to look at other objects na similar dito sa una nating objects na ipinakita. For example, ito. So, smart aircon, tapos smart refrigerator. Naku, usong-uso yan sa mga department stores, di ba? Lahat na lang ng technology natin nilalagyan ng adjective na smart. Smartphone, smart gadgets, smart devices. So, makakonsider ba natin itong mga smart devices nito na intelligent? For example, itong picture na nasa left ay smart cooling system para sa bahay. No? Ang pinagkaiba nitong smart cooling system na ito is nag-adapt siya base din sa current temperature at humidity ng room, for example. Kung napansin na niya na medyo mainit na, okay, so mag-adjust automatically yung cooling system para mag-suit dun sa default na sinet ng may-ari ng bahay, for example. Okay? So makakonsider ba natin na intelligent yung mga ganitong bagay? Right? Yun yung mga kailangan nating try na unawain, no? Kung ano ba talaga rin yung meaning ng intelligence at maraming approach kung paano dinadisambiguate o dinidefine yung mga bagay na iyon. Okay? Pero I think most of you, when you say artificial intelligence, medyo sci-fi yung naiisip natin, no? No, parang sila Terminator, no? At mga robotics yung naiisip natin, mga humanoids, kung baga. No? Actually, pwede natin mamaya i-discuss ano ba yung repercussions nga nung ganitong pag-define pa lang ng simple concepts. For example, ito si Terminator, makonsider ba natin siya na intelligent being? Or kunyari itong coin sorter on the right, makonsider ba natin siyang intelligent being na kapag nilalagyan mo siya ng coin na may corresponding size, kung saan niyang sinosort yung mga coins na iyon. Okay? So let's try to make sense of these questions. Okay? So I think intelligence requires understanding what is to be human. Okay? So ano nga ba yung pagiging tao? Okay? So masasabi mo na tao yung isang object kapag nakapag-communicate siya through a language, di ba? Masasabi mo na intelligent yung isang being kapag nag-exhibit siya ng emotions, kapag nakakapag-exhibit siya ng reaction sa mga stimuli, kunyari, nainitan si person. So, nagkakaroon siya ng stimulus based sa mga sensory inputs na natatanggap niya. Okay? To be honest, even experts right now, nahihirapan talaga silang i-define yung artificial intelligence because it's not a very concrete concept, no, that we can understand easily. Because during the 1980s, for example, some scientists made a program that beats a chess player. So, natalo nung computer program nito yung #1 chess player before. So, sabi na, sobrang talino na siguro nito, no? Itong software na ginawa natin kasi natalo na niya yung pinakamagaling ng maglaro ng chess sa buong mundo. Pero kung nung nakita nila yung yung algorithm behind it, nag-brute force and trial error lang pala siya. Okay? So ang ginagawa niya, tinatry niya lahat ng probabilities para maggawa ng best move. Okay? Pero kung isipin natin kung trial and error lang pala siya, tapos ginagawa mo ng maraming beses, is it really intelligent? Di ba? Kasi ang intelligence, di ba, marami siyang factors. Hindi lang siya na nasosolve mo yung isang bagay dahil trinay mo lahat. Okay? And hindi rin siya impossible. Hindi rin siya possible para sa isang human being to try all of those options. Okay? I think one of the best definition that I find to describe artificial intelligence would be this one. So, computer systems doing things that normally need human intelligence. So ano yung ibig sabihin natin ng computer systems? Okay, when we say computer systems, it refers to your mobile phones, it refers to your laptops, anything that can do some computation or calculations or any piece of technology that we're using right now that is charged. No? And the next thing that we need to define is this one. Normally need human intelligence, like doing things that needs human intelligence. So what do we mean by that? For example, ano ba yung mga ginagawa ng human ng kailangan na pag-isip? Paggawa ng poem, for example, paggawa ng tula, di ba? Yun yung mga activities na kailangan talaga ng human brain. Pero paano na lang kapag yung isang computer program ay may capability na to simulate those things, to be able to generate poems, no? So magkakaroon na tayo ng conflict. So ano na yung pinagkaiba ng artificial intelligent being sa isang human being? Kasi nagmi-mix na ngayon yung qualities nila. Okay? So before we dive into other concepts, I need to clarify one thing, no? It's called the AI effect. Okay? So the AI effect is when things stop to seem magical. Ngayon, kapag nag-aral kayo ng concepts ng algorithms, ng mathematical modeling, makikita nyo na itong mga sinasabi pala nating artificial intelligence ay very common pala. no? Ang dami pala niyang pinagagamitan na sa mga industries na nakikita natin at napapansin sa mga industries, no? So AI effect, kapag tingnan mo rin kasi yung mga algorithms behind these models, no, mapapansin mo na, naku, ang language lang pala na ginagamit nito ay mathematics. So yung linear algebra mo, yung calculus mo, yung statistics mo, if you try to make sense out of those algorithms, makikita mo na, okay, combinations lang pala ito ng mga mathematical functions na naaral na before. So ngayon kapag na-internalize mo na, okay, it's not really magical, it can do a lot of things great, but it's not really mysterious because it's understandable and it has many use cases. Okay, kapag na-feel mo na, kapag nagsimula ka mag-aral ng artificial intelligence, tapos pumunta ka na sa point na ganun, ma-appreciate mo na, okay, nasa na ako, AI effect. Parang nag-outgrow na ako dun sa mga sci-fi imaginations ko ng artificial intelligence kasi mas naging malapit na siya sa akin kasi mas naunawaan ko na siya. Okay? There are three approaches, no, when discussing artificial intelligence. The first one would be philosophy, the second one would be cognitive science, and the third one would be engineering. Okay? So, when we say philosophy, no, yun yung tinatanong natin kanina. It discusses about ethics, it discusses about religion, of what is intelligence, okay? I think lahat din naman ng mga subjects natin nagmula rin sa philosophy, even physics doon naman siya nagsimula, no? And napakahalagang bagay din talaga na i-factor in natin sa technology natin ngayon, yung mga questions na binibigay sa atin ng mga philosophers, no, like what is thinking? Yun pa lang, mapapaisip na tayo, no? Another one is cognitive science. So by cognitive science, we mean neuroscience, psychology, linguistics of understanding what is to be human. Okay? So yung goal ng cognitive science is to understand natural forms of intelligence naman. So gusto nating maunawaan ano ba yung mga principles ng intelligent behavior and how do we exhibit them. Ngayon, itong dalawang areas, philosophy and cognitive science, yung ini-integrate natin ngayon sa engineering, which is composed of mathematical tools, mathematical modelings, no, that take into account philosophical attributes and cognitive science. If you're familiar, no, dun sa discussion ni Justine kanina, kung ma-recall ninyo sa machine learning, marami din sa mga models na ginagamit natin ay pinapattern sa mga bagay na nakikita na natin sa nature. For example, yung neural networks sa deep learning. We took inspiration from how an actual neuron works, like how a dendrite, how an axon passes information from its end towards a central nervous system. So it's similar to that. Okay? Next thing that we want to understand, given na medyo may idea na tayo kung ano yung artificial intelligence, no? Paano ba siya nag-work image recognition na code, no? In Python, gumagawa ka lang ng function tapos ina-exhaust mo ano ba yung mga pwedeng attributes mo na i-consider to identify an image. So for example, we have an image here of a cat. So, paano ba gumagana yung mga algorithms behind artificial intelligence in classifying this cat, for example? So, una, i-identify So we will try to identify features of the cat, right? So does it have 2 eyes? Does it have 2 ears that points up? Does it have whiskers? And does it have a tail? Okay? So yung mga ganong characteristics, is it enough to describe a cat? Okay? Paano kapag binigyan tayo ng isa pang image? Okay? Paano kapag ganito naman? Ika-classify ba siya na cat? Diba? Babalikan natin yung algorithm behind the classification, no? Kung makikita niyo dito sa second rule na ginawa natin, does it have 2 ears that points up? Okay. Since hindi siya na-fulfill, yung algorithm natin ngayon, ika-consider siya na not cat. Okay? So, technically, ganun nag-work yung mga classification algorithm. Pero paano na lang kapag binigyan ko kayo ng ganitong image? Okay? Dog yung image, hindi siya cat, pero naka-point off yung kanyang ears. So we have a dilemma right now. Okay? So now we need to integrate a learning system kung paano natututo yung ating code. Okay? Before we do that, no, pakita ko lang kung ano yung nangyayari under the hood. For example, binigyan tayo ng isang image here ng isang cat. To exhibit this operation here, these operations here, ano yung nangyayari talaga dun sa image ng cat. So what we try to do is we try to segment that image into different channels. For example, the first blue layer here, yung hinahanap niya, yung pattern ng eyes. The second layer, for example, itong blue here, hinahanap niya yung pattern ng ears. The next one would try to find the pattern of tails, for example. Okay? Mathematically, if you would want to research more about it, yung tawag sa operation na yun ay convolution. Okay? So convolution is the process of segmenting image into patterns that's recognizable depende dun sa operation na ginagawa natin sa kanya. Okay? So parang yung image, ini-scan natin, tapos hinahanapan natin siya ng particular pattern. For example, itong pattern kunyari nito, ang hinahanap niya ay triangle shape na pwede nating sabihin na, oh, ear pala yung ganitong shape. Okay? So we try to find those patterns and we make a lot of layers of these patterns to make up a picture of a cat. Okay? So technically, yung mga models, if you're gonna search through like Google Images, ganito sila ginagawa. Pinapasok natin yung image, we call it input layer. Okay? And then, may mga hidden layers na tinatawag. Yung hidden layers, yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina, pwede itong hidden layer na to, hinahanap niya yung ears. Itong hidden layer na to, hinahanap niya yung eyes. Tapos yung output layer, siya yung nagsasabi na, okay, identify this as a dog and not a cat. Okay? Maraming applications, yung ganitong type of approach. And ang problem lang sa ganitong system, for example, image classification, very dependent siya sa number ng finifeed mo sa kanya. Okay? So normally, when doing machine learning, when doing artificial intelligence, we call two methods when solving these things, training and testing. Okay? Sa training phase, yung ginagawa natin, tinuturuan natin yung model. So, kunyari, yung 2, pinasok natin dun sa model. Tapos, at the end of it all, ano ba yung malapit na number sa 2? Sinabi niya, 6 siya, for example. So, mali siya. So, sa training phase, sinasabi natin sa model, hey, mali yung output mo. Okay? So, yung input natin na yun, i-feedback natin, ibabalik natin sa kanya na, okay, alamin mo na yung input ko kapag 2, hindi siya 6. Okay? And we repeat it a lot of times until mas maging matalino na yung algorithm natin to identify it. So it's really brute force. Pero interestingly, before kung gagawin nyo to, sobrang tagal mag-run yung mga algorithms na ito. But now, given that we have increased our computing capacity and computing power, it's really fast. Within seconds later on, I will show you how to do this in Python. Okay, I will give a demo on how to do image classification later para kahit paano at least you have an idea of what to look forward to if you want to pursue artificial intelligence. Okay? To continue, maganda ring balikan natin yung mga achievements ng artificial intelligent softwares na ginawa na before. So kung mapapansin natin, yung pinakwento kanina, yung chess algorithm, yung checkers, si Othello, mga systems ito na ginamit nila to try to understand something specific, to solve something specific. Kung papansin nyo dito, may malaking break dun sa years. Parang 1990s tapos 2010 na nagkaroon ng malaking results. Bakit kaya? Yung tawag natin dito sa gap na ito, yung AI winter. Hindi lang siya isang beses nangyari sa history. Yung problem nila sa AI winter is that mali yata yung naging frame nila ng problem. Kasi before, sabi nila, yung artificial intelligent dapat, kapag binigyan mo siya ng problem, regardless of context, magigets niya. So ang tawag natin sa ganun ay artificial general intelligence. Ibig sabihin nun, hindi natin sinasabi dun sa sa AI kung ano yung isosolve niya. Bahala siyang isolve yun. So very generic. Napansin nila na hindi pala nag-work yun kasi sobrang hirap talaga at complex ng possible problems kapag trinay ni lahat ng permutations, lahat ng combinations na pwedeng i-combine to solve the problems, hindi talaga madali. Kasi nga, complex yung system. And kapag complex yung system mo, di ba, hindi necessary simple, maski simple yung mga aggregates mo, pag nag-combine sila, magiging complicated talaga yung interactions. Okay? So, ang ginawa nila nung latter years, nag-focus na lang sila sa mga system na specific yung sinusolve. For example, gusto kong ma-solve, for example, ang image classification na isang algorithm na nag-identify ng animals, for example. Okay? So, ang tawag naman sa ganun na approach ay artificial narrow intelligence. Okay? So, NANI. And halos lahat ng ginagawa natin na artificial intelligence ay isang type ng artificial narrow intelligence. Okay? Hanggang ngayon, wala pa rin nakakasolve sa artificial general intelligence. Pero I think lots and lots of very bright scientists, computer scientists, mathematicians, physicists are still working on it. Pero as of now, yung mga problems na ginagamitan natin ng AI technology ay ANI or Artificial Narrow Intelligence. No? Okay. So ngayon, ano pa yung mga nakita natin na innovations ng artificial intelligence from the recent years, no? Skin cancer classification, speech recognition, poker games, Pac-Man, what else? Chinese English translation. So I think yung mga technologies na, no, may mga apps na available sa Google Play, kay Apple Store, no? Makikita niyo na you can try and download this technologies na, no? In 2018, no, may ginawa rin silang open AI team for uh, playing Dota 2, no? So capable na yung Dota players. It's composed of 5 neural networks, no, to defeat amateur human teams at Dota. So it's really interesting, no, how far we've become in terms of using these AI technologies for random things for now because siguro hindi pa natin nahanap yung best application niya. Okay? To be honest, yung artificial intelligence naman, hindi talaga siya nagsimula to be used in industry. It was a mathematical exploration to solve abstract things. Ganyan naman talaga lahat nagsisimula ng bagay sa science, di ba? Nagsisimula siya sa abstract concept. Before quantum physics, no? Quantum physics parang sinasabi niya, paano kaya kapag may particles ako na kayang tumagos ng wall? Paano kaya kapag meron akong objects na pwedeng mag-travel faster than the speed of light? Okay, yun yung mga sinosolve nilang problems before, quantum physics. So, nung panahon na yun, wala silang applications na nakikita ngayon. Pero come 2020, come 2019, come this decade of innovation and technology, we now see vast potentials of the applications of quantum computing, for example, diba? In the world of cryptography pa lang, ang laki ng potentials na nakikita natin, communication, real-time communication, it's very there. So, ganun nagsimula yung artificial intelligence na parang exploration nila ng something abstract. Then ngayon, nahanapan na natin ng application sa industry. Okay, later on, magbibigay din tayo ng mga examples. Anong particular industries yung mga na-apply na ng artificial intelligence? Okay? What else? Okay? Interestingly, no, ang dami ring naitutulong sa atin ng artificial intelligence in terms of health. So hindi lang siya random things like gaming na apply, no, finding drugs for COVID-19. Ang laking tulong ng AI dyan sa pag-isa-isa ng lahat ng protein synthesis ng lahat ng available drugs, no? Sa halip na itry nila isa-isa, pinapasok nila yung combinations ng DNA at RNA sa computers, niraran nila ng gano'ng katagal. Tapos, mabilis nilang nakikita yung results and possibilities to single out a possibility for cure. Okay? Okay, this is a research, no, of anong mga job ba no, sa USA. Tas very recent tong ano na to, itong paper from Stanford. They made a research on the um, state of artificial intelligence in the world and ano yung mga industries na yung gumagamit sa AI. Okay, so makikita natin, top industry talaga yung information. So sila, big giants natin, sila big four, si Facebook, si Google, si Amazon. Okay, saan pa? Professional, scientific, and technical services. Kasi nakikita din natin na dumadami talaga industries natin on consulting or applying data science in scientific explorations like big data, for example. Ang laking tulong ngayon na we have this boom of technological advancement like our smartphones that can collect many inputs like my position, my for example, if your phones have like temperature sensors, it can collect humidity and temperature. It can it can identify foot traffic, for example. And for example, yung Google Steps, if you're counting your steps, di ba? Ang daming data na kinokollect ng ganitong infrastructures at malaki yung pakinabang ng ganitong data no sa pag-optimize ng mga problems natin sa sectors at industries. San pa? Third would be finance and insurance. So if you're familiar with microfinance, microlending, the algorithms behind identifying when a person will default or makabayad ba siya ganitong time, malaki ang ambag ni artificial intelligence no sa technology na ginagamit for that. And so on and so on, no? Kung makita nyo, palaki ng palaki yung involvement talaga ni AI sa mga sectors ng ating society. Okay? Pero ano pa to? Sa United States pa lang. So mamaya bibigyan ko kayo ng konting insights what's happening in the Philippines. Hindi pa tayo ganito ka-advanced. So ano yung AI ngayon no sa Philippines? Okay? Let's continue. I think maganda rin nating ipakita itong community network na ito, no? So listahan ito ng mga startups segmented based on their industry type, no? Tapos makikita natin na lumaki talaga yung funding sa mga industries, mga startups na gumagamit ng AI. Mapapansin natin na apparent dito, no, sa graph natin. Yung pagbasa pala ng graph na ito, this is a community network plot. Ang tawag natin dito ay quid plot. No? Based from color, they are colored based sa industry nila. Tapos yung mga connections, ng graph na to, these links connect companies sharing similar languages in their business descriptions and websites. Okay? So, sineshare itong mga connections nila kung pareha sila ng description sa mga websites nila. Okay? Yung lesson na makikita natin sa image na to na talagang palaki ng palaki, no? Yung contribution ni AI hindi lang sa mga big corporations na, maski sa mga startups. So if you're planning to make your own startups, think of how artificial intelligence can be integrated to your processes, to your systems. Okay? Okay. So let's do some comparison naman, no? Mga baseline comparison with the capability of artificial intelligence. Ano ba yung mga problems na nasosolve na nila na mas magaling sa human being? Okay? So etong plot na ito, pinapakita niya sa atin yung isa tong type ng exam, visual question answering, no? So something like image classification, tatanungin mo yung tao, pusa ba to or aso, something similar to that. So makikita natin na throughout the years, no, pataas ng pataas yung accuracy ni artificial intelligence algorithm, yung mga state-of-the-art algorithms, no, palapit na siya ng palapit sa capability ng isang human. Okay? The next one would be the capability of human to process language. Okay, so kung glaring to, no, kung ma-interpret natin yung plot, last year lang ito, no, may state-of-the-art algorithm sila in Glovek and BERT, no, yung mga ganong algorithms, they were able to outwit humans, no. Yung red line pala dito, ito yung accuracy or overall score, no, weighted score ng humans dun sa exam na tinitake, no. So yung glue, ang ibig sabihin ng glue ay ano nga yung glue? general language understanding evaluation. So, ang ginagawa ni Glue exam, tinitingnan niya yung, minimeasure niya yung sentiments ng isang phrase, for example, similarity, paraphrasing, at reading comprehension. So, with these types of innovation, no, ang dami ng nating pwedeng makita ang systems na gumagamit nito. So yung mga chatbots, yung mga algorithms for reading comprehension, yung mga software na automatically, i-feed mo lang sa kanya yung book, siya na yung gagawa ng exam for your students. I tried that. So, ganun na kagaling, no? Yung mga AI algorithms na meron tayo. Ina-outperform na niya yung mga humans. Okay? Let's go naman sa mga examples ng AI na sa industry. Isa sa pinakaunang chatbot no na nagawa ay si Alice. Okay? Si Alice isa sang chatbot na parang similar din sa mga na-try na natin before, like I think yung nauso sa Pilipinas hindi pa si Alice, si SimSimi. Okay, yung parang ititrick mo siya na parang titingnan mo kung may sense ba yung sinasabi niya by saying random things. Okay? Parang nung college ako, parang naubos oras ko kakatry ng kung ano-anong sinasabi dun kay SimSimi. Okay? Yung concept naman ni Alice, no, may tinatawag sila na Turing test. Yung Turing test, kapag yung isang tao, na-full mo within 5 minutes, na akala niya kausap niya real person ay robot pala. Okay? So, papasa ka sa Turing test kapag na-full mo yung isang person na mukhang person na yung kausap niya pero robot pala or chatbot pala. Okay? That's the Turing test. Okay? Nanalo tong si Alice no ng award, yung Loebner Prize Award. Okay? So Loebner Prize Award, nire-recognize yung mga best AI programs na nai-invent. Okay? Ano pa yung mga examples na nakikita natin ngayon? Speech recognition. With your laptops, with your cell phones, iPhones, di ba? Parang ang dali na lang kapag tinatamad ka na mag-type, no? Parang, Siri, what's the weather today? Hey, Alexa, can you check what restaurant is open? No? O pag nagpapadeliver kayo, di ba? Parang, halip na mag-browse ka pa, can you find me the nearest electronic shop, for example? Okay, so nagagawa na natin yung speech recognition. Okay. And very similar yan din sa pinakita ko kanina na na diagram, this one. Very similar lang yung concept and algorithm that's used to do image processing and speech recognition. No, parang papalitan mo lang tong image na to ng audio recording. Tapos yung audio recording, i-breakdown niya into pitch, i-breakdown niya into frequency, to amplitude, to tone, and other properties ng sound. So, ganun lang niya ginagawa yon under the hood, di ba? Yung magical na, naku, paano ko naintindihan nung ni Siri? Ganun lang pala siya nag-work, no? Bine-breakdown lang niya yung mga input na binibigay sa kanya, tapos ina-apply ng konting mathematics, pina-process to predict and make sense of those inputs. Okay? Ano pa yung mga example? I had a meeting last week with some Polish friends na yung document na binigay nila sa akin, lahat Polish. Hindi ko maintindihan. So luckily, may Google Translate. Sa Google Translate, pwede mong sa Google Docs pa nga lang, meron siyang capability to translate the whole document. So, ganun din yung concept niya, no? Parang they try to make the algorithms, no? Ang tawag na natin sa kanila, black box pala. Okay. I need to balikan yung concept ng black box. Sa sobrang dami ng features na bine-breakdown nito, no, babanggitin ko lang na sobrang daming features. Sometimes, hindi na natin alam kung anong features yung nakikita ng computer. Kasi, minsan, kunyari tayong human beings, konting features na yung nakikita natin, di ba? Like whiskers for cat, tongues, K90, for example. Pero in computers, it tries to break down every pattern that it sees. Kaya natin siya tinatawag na black box algorithm kasi hindi natin alam kung anong patterns yung nakikita niya. Okay? So similar to the machine translation applications. What else? Question answering. Nung nasa elementary ako, usong-uso yung ask.com. I'm not sure kung available pa siya ngayon. Na ask.com, parang magtatanong ka ng question, it will try to do a sorting algorithm and do topic modeling, no? Para mahanap niya what's the most relevant answer to your specific question. Ang galing nito kasi yung mga algorithms na nagagets na niya yung syntax ng sentence, for example. Okay, so nagagets na yung concept ng adjective, ng verb. Okay, ang tawag natin dito technically, kapag mag-aaral pa kayo ng mas malalim na AI, part of speech tagging. Okay? Algorithm din yung na ginagawa kung saan yung algorithm mo, ina-identify na niya yung mga words for specific parts of speech. Okay, ito. Optical character recognition. Bentang-benta to ngayon sa sa digitization, di ba? Yung mga companies ngayon sa Pilipinas, naghahabol sila sa digital transformation, quote-unquote. So karamihan, naghahanap sila ng mga mechanisms no, to make their data set available digitally. Kasi kung mapansin nyo sa Pilipinas pa lang, ang laking nating problema yung lack of sources of data, di ba? So ngayon, kapag pumunta kayo sa mga opisina ng gobyerno, di ba, mapapansin nyo may mga file cabinet sila, sobrang daming lamang paper. Paano kapag nagkasunog? Wag naman sana. Pero paano kapag nagkasunog? Paano kapag kailangan kong, may question ako na gusto kong sagutin agad-agad, di ba? Magbabrowse ka pa sa cabinet nila, may bureaucracy pa yan kapag magtatanong ka, may permits pa, di ba? Pero if you have the data set available na, no, like if we can digitize things na like scan natin optical character recognition yung mga yung mga nila mga papel pwede nating gawa ng algorithm at meron ng mga algorithms na ganyan no na ini-scan lang yung document tapos kino-convert na yung mga handwritten text into digital information. Okay? I will also go back to this one later because there is a demand in the Philippines for optical character recognition, lalong-lalo na yung government natin. So, if some of you listening here na gusto mag-pursue talaga ng AI, I would really encourage you to do some projects on optical character recognition and let's make an app okay to help our government, to help our NGOs na para mas maging available yung data for everyone. What else? Sikat ito, abroad ginagawa na nito yung Amazon Go. So sa Amazon Go, I think this is very relevant for the corona crisis as well. So may mga stores ngayon sa US na hindi ka na kailangang mag-face sa counter para magbayad. So sa tuktok nito mga stores na to, puno-puno yan ng mga cameras na connected sa mga computers na kaya magawa ng facial recognition algorithm. So na-identify nila yung face mo, nakapalit sila sa credit card mo, for example. Tapos, dalawang layer ito, facial recognition, sa object classification ng bibilin mo. So yung concept is papasok ka sa store, kukuha ka ng bibilin mo, lalabas ka sa store without any human interaction, which is this. So, isa ito sa mga example, si Amazon Go. Ano pa? This one example again, it's very cool. Recent lang tong publication na to eh. Nito lang itong 2019. Okay. Ang concept nito, si Gauguins, yung tawag sa kanya, ginawa siya ni NVIDIA and kakapublish lang nito last year. Yung ginagawa ni Gauguin is that parang sa Microsoft Paint lang, magpe-paint ka lang, tapos gagawin ng algorithm, i-convert into a hyper-realistic image. So, ang
Okay, hello, Albert.
hello?
Yeah, you got this. I think you got
Okay,
disconnected. Yeah, so
sorry.
That's okay.
Can you check if I got connected again?
Okay, let me just add your presentation again. All right.
Okay. Okay, sure. Okay. So this is another problem with the corona crisis, no, yung access to okay. So let's continue. I was discussing earlier on yung Gauguins. Siya yung algorithm na nagko-convert ng sketches na into hyper-realistic image. Okay? So paano niya 'to ginagawa? Same concept na diniscuss ko sa inyo kanina. Bine-breakdown niya yung image into convolution operations. So dinadissect lang niya yung drawing niyo, tapos humahanap siya ng similar pattern sa repository ng pagkadami-daming data na kamukha ng drawing ninyo. Okay? So it depends on your color, it depends on the shape that you're creating, no? Sobrang galing nitong algorithm na ito. Then, uh, bagong-bago lang siya. Um, I think when discussing these types of innovations of artificial intelligence, no, hindi natin pwedeng i-disconnect siya sa human element. So I think this is also one of the key takeaways that I want you guys to have after this, no, that all of these technologies, hindi lang siya basta-basta, um, hindi lang siya basta-basta ginagawa out of science, out of applications. Dapat, na-measure din natin at na-integrate yung human aspects. No? When discussing artificial intelligence, it's very important that we also discuss AI ethics and paano nakaka-apekto yung mga algorithms na ginagawa natin. No? In particular, if you're familiar with the uh, problem with Facebook last time, di ba, with the Cambridge Analytica. Ngayon, dati yung mga tech companies, no, parang gumagawa lang sila ng technology for the sake na consumption, na magamit lang sila. Pero napansin nila na yung mga technologies pala nila na ginagawa ay may mga repercussions sa society natin. Okay? Kagaya ng mga ganitong algorithms na, for example, speech recognition, no? For example, ano pa, facial recognition. So, i-discuss natin yung mga terminologies at concepts ng privacy, for example, when doing data collection. Okay? So, again, yung question natin, what is to be human when doing these algorithms? Naging sakit ko din to when I was doing, like, consulting work with some companies, lalo na sa finance. For example, yung algorithms, nag-identify siya kung sino yung hindi papautangin kasi walang history yung isang client ng banking history niya. Ang problema sa Philippines, di ba? Karamihan ng tao ay unbanked. Okay? So parang na-disenfranchise niya yung mga tao. So I think it's important when you're studying AI, no, kailangan yung human aspect niya kinoconsider natin. For example, this robot here, this is from Boston Dynamics, no? Ang natutuwa tayo na na-emulate niya yung human activity, yung paggalaw ng human, dynamics ng movement natin. Pero yung application nitong robot na to is for military uses. No, kung mapapansin niyo yung back niya, punong-puno yan ng mga ng mga beams or guns, no, that they will try to experiment on using for wars. So it's really part dapat siya ng flow process natin when we're digesting technology. The technology is a dialectic tool. When we say dialectic tool, it has two phases. It can either be really helpful. It can be help us in making our work more efficient. Pero may other side din siya. Na pwede rin pala siyang magamit sa misuse. Okay? Ito pa isang example, no? Isang camera sa China na nag-implement ng facial recognition. Tapos, ina-identify lahat na ng stats ng taong age niya. So, nawawalan na tayo ng privacy natin, no? Na halos na lang ng information natin, kinukuha lang tayo without consent. Okay? I think this is very much in China because most of their system is integrated with what we call that WhatsApp, no? I think WhatsApp na may mga stores sila na you can only pay through WhatsApp, no? Parang hindi mo na kailangan ng credit card, kailangan mo na lang yung face mo kasi yung face mo is connected to your is connected to your um, credit card, for example. Okay? Another example here, I'm not sure if I'm online pa. Okay. Check if I'm still online. Okay. I think I'm back.
Yeah, hello. Sorry about that, Bash. Yeah, I think it's a typhoon. It's Ambo's fault.
It's okay. We need to live and adapt.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Another example, thanks, Luis. Another example would be yung automatic self-driving cars, no? Ginagamit na to na technology. I think I have some friends working right now in Kazakhstan and ganitong dinadevelop nila na system. Actually, ang ganda nitong concept nito. I think it's one of the best solution that we have for traffic. Kasi sometimes, sa traffic hindi naman siya problema lang sa Pilipinas, problema siya sa buong mundo. Kasi yung mga ibang bansa, nag-try na talaga sila ng maraming solutions sa traffic pero hindi rin talaga nag-work. Kasi nga, complex system ito. So, naging solution nila before is talagang um, i-formalize yung transportation, mag-invest sa mass transportation, for example. Okay? So, ang maganda dito, maraming kinukuhang data yung mga cars natin na talagang nag-optimize ng travel, for example. Okay? Yung comparison ko dito, it's the cars that are connected. Hindi lang yung car mo kapag nagda-drive ka, iniisip lang yung sarili niyang movement. Since mga smart cars ito, it's connected in a network. Okay? So, ano talaga siya? Kung nanonood kayo ng anime, lagi ko siyang kino-compare because I'm also like doing some algorithms for self-driving. Kino-compare ko siya sa kay Pain sa Naruto na parang ang dami mong eyes tapos nakikita mo lahat ng nangyayari. So, ang lakas-lakas mo ngayon na opponent, di ba? Okay. So, what other aspects pa ng AI technology yung pwede nating tingnan? Another aspect would be, this is quite sad ng konti. It's like Orwellian. Orwellian pala. Orwellian. Okay. So, sample ito ng image na ginagawa sa mga students ng China. I think yung China kasi nangunguna talaga sila ngayon sa AI innovations, no? At nag-invest talaga sila sa infrastructure nila for 5G, for good internet, for big data and analytics. Talaga nag-invest sila. So, itong particular example na ito ay headband na nagmo-monitor ng brain waves ng students. Okay? So, itong mga headbands na ito, they can read whether nagpe-pay ng attention yung students. Okay? So, when you're studying brainwaves, maraming type ng brainwaves, di ba? Parang alpha waves, gamma waves, ganyan-ganyan. And hanap nila yung sweet spot kung kailan attentive yung isang student based sa ine-emit nila na brainwaves. Okay? So, for example, itong bata na nasa likod, naka-red. Naku, inaantok ito. Okay? So, medyo problematic yung ganitong system, no? For me, personal take ko lang naman siya. Kasi parang, wala na ng free will yung isang individual dun sa pwede niyang gawin sa experience. Kasi tandang-tanda ko na nag-aaral ako ng elementary. Antukin ako, parang antuking ako sa class, pero I try to make it up sa bahay, nag-aaral ako. So we have different learning styles and I think maraming nadi-disenfranchise kapag we try to control everything. Kapag pinopolis natin lahat ng bagay. Okay? Moving forward, let's discuss anti-AI. So kung may mga bagay na AI, syempre parang sa concept ng physics, di ba, we have matter and antimatter. Same goes with the concept of artificial intelligence. No? Hindi lang laging AI yan kasi sometimes, sabi ko nga, di ba, AI can be used for good, it can also be used for bad. So sometimes, one example of this bad use of AI would be identity theft or account hacking, no? So I think very familiar kayo dito, no, sa CAPTCHA. Okay, so ginagamit natin yung yung CAPTCHA para lituhin yung mga AI algorithms na nagtatry na nakawin yung mga accounts natin. Okay, so that's CAPTCHA. So CAPTCHA stands for Completely Automated Public Turing Test to Tell Computers and Humans Apart. So, siya yung tinatawag nating anti-Turing test. Okay? Kung kanina may Turing test tayo para ma-identify kung AI ba yung kausap ko. So, same ito. Yung kabaliktaran lang niya yung ginagamit natin. Okay? One example lang to ng anti-AI. Marami pang other examples that we use to identify if AI ba ito. For example, in industry sa fraud analytics, very mabenta din ito. Kapag may mga nangdadaya sa mga software, kapag may mga gustong mang-hack ng system mo, you try to do risk analysis and risk management and fraud analytics, diba? Yung mga algorithms ngayon for fraud analytics, since yung mga fraudulent transaction, hindi siya ginagawa ng tao. Okay, ginagawa na siya ng mga computers ngayon. So yung mga ransomware, identity theft, mga, for example, sa telecommunications, yung mga nagnanakaw ng load, yung mga perpetrators nito, syempre tao pa rin, pero ginagamit ng mga tao, mga na din, smart systems, AI na rin yung ginagamit nila. So, may mga ginagawa yung mga fraud analytics expert na algorithms to identify programmatic patterns, no? Pattern recognition din yung ginagawa nila na very systematic or organized. Kasi merong sub-area yung fraud analytics na tinatawag na behavioral analytics. Yung behavioral analytics, tinitingnan niya kung ano ba talaga yung behavior ng isang human. Okay, so behavioral analytics. Tapos kapag inaral mo yung behavior ng human, tapos nakakita ka ng isang user mo, for example, sa system na hindi nag-exhibit ng human behavior, then malamang fraudulent yun. Something similar to that. Ngayon, let's dive in naman to what's happening here in the Philippines. As I've mentioned a while ago, ibang-iba talaga yung state ng artificial intelligence sa mga first world countries compared to our country. No? Kung sa Pilipinas, if you want to find a job in AI, medyo mahirap pa. Okay? So even me, when I was starting doing data science as a career, no, parang lahat ng jobs na nakuha ko sa Pilipinas, mas ang approach nila business intelligence and analytics, no? Hindi ko pa talaga ma-apply yung gusto ko talagang gawin, which is machine learning engineering and AI. So what I did is I tried applying to remote jobs for different companies abroad. And luckily, ang laki pala ng market ng ganong tawag dito, system. So I was able to be employed to some companies in Europe and the US na home-based lang yung job. So I'm not required to go overseas to do my job. Hindi din kagandahan ng trabaho ng artificial intelligence engineer, no? Basta meron kang computer, basta meron kang laptop, no? You can work anywhere in the world. Okay? So that's a plus. Okay. So yun yung problem sa Philippines, no? Wala pa masyadong problems, but unti-unti na nagsisimula yung mga big companies natin, no, to integrate artificial intelligence to their systems. Actually, hindi lang mga big companies, no. Sa Pilipinas, no, marami ng kumpanya yung nagko-consider ng AI sa mga industries nila. Particularly, dalawa yung hinihingi ng industry sa atin. First one is computer vision, and the next one would be natural language processing. So sa natural language processing, normally ginagamit siya ng mga companies to do data augmentation. So data augmentation, for example, may product ka na binebenta mo online. No, gustong malaman yung performance ng product na yon. Okay? Pero limited ka ng data mo lang, di ba? Parang kaya mo lang gawin summary statistics mo, gano'ng kadami yung benta mo sa isang buwan, kailan bumibili yung mga tao. Parang kulang yung lens ng pag-analyze mo dun sa product mo, di ba? Kapag hindi mo alam ano yung nangyayari sa galaw naman ng mga competition ko. So, kunyari, nagbebenta ako ng patis A, ganyan-ganyan. Na-measure ko lang siya. So, paano ko ma-measure yung performance ni patis A sa ibang mga brands ng patis? So, we try to integrate artificial intelligence using web scraping, using segmentation, using machine learning algorithms like segmentation and clustering techniques, classification techniques to scrape data online. No, maraming platforms na pwede natin gamitin dyan. For example, again, dun sa example ko ng patis, kung binebenta ko siya ngayon sa Shopee or Lazada, no, pwede kong scrape dun sa APIs nila yung information ng iba, no, para magkaroon ako ng holistic view. Yung isa naman, so that's NLP, no, hindi lang ano pa bang applications ng NLP sa Pilipinas? Analysis ng events, for example, kung makuha mo lahat ng ma-scrape mo lahat ng date ng news, text sa Rappler, sa ABS, blah, blah, blah. Tapos magkaroon ka ng topic modeling, makuha mo yung ano lang yung pinaka-relevant ngayong araw na to, removing all the noise, no? Yung mga irrelevant news. No? Makikita mo talaga kung ano yung glaring stories na meron ka dun sa mga news websites na yun. And hindi lang siya sa ganitong application na I think ginamit nila yung ganitong technology sa elections nung sa US at sa Philippines before. No? They use text analytics and NLP to make sense of who to target sa election campaigns nila. So they try to get data from Twitter, data from Facebook para alam nila kung anong mga conversation yung mag-spark na favorable para dun sa mga candidates nila. Okay. Another example na I think maraming advocates and activists yung makaka-appreciate yung paggamit ng computer vision sa mga problems ng mga NGOs natin. For example, the Haribon Foundation. No? Yung Haribon Foundation, ilang taon na sila nagpo-collect ng data ng images ng mga birds, no? Pero sobrang tagal yung process ng pag-verify ng species na yun kasi talagang kailangan nila ng mga bird expert, hindi naman maraming bird experts natin sa Pilipinas. So, kapag na-apply natin ng mga bird species classification model using neural networks, ang laking tulong sa kanila for that. And again, computer vision, hindi lang ito sa species classification, part din ito yung optical character recognition na ang dami din talagang potentials for use ng digitizing ng data sa Philippines. Okay? I think these two are the market for AI engineers in the Philippines. No? Isa pa, bago lang din ngayon sa experience ko since nagkaroon tayo ng corona crisis, yung mathematical modeling. No? Parang marami rin na nagko-consult na humihingi ng consulting tungkol sa, can you make a model on how to describe the effect of the pandemic of, kunyari, yung pinakasikat na model ngayon or pinaka-common na model ngayon to model disease, SIR model, susceptible, infected, tsaka removed na algorithm na ginagamit to identify gano'n ba kadami yung isa subject natin for testing. Tapos, gano'n makadami yung pwedeng bumalik sa industries, like ilang percent pa talaga. So, using those algorithms and mathematical models and even AI can really help us ramp up our decision-making process, no? Lalong-lalo na sa government decisions, okay? So, tips naman for our students because I look into the demographics din ng tao na nakikinig sa atin ngayon. I saw na marami rin tayong students and I want to give you a kickstart of what to study, no, for artificial intelligence. No? Normally, yung top methods na ginagamit, top tools pala, na ginagamit namin for doing AI algorithms is TensorFlow and PyTorch. No? Ano yung pinagkaiba nila? Si TensorFlow ay dinevelop ni Google, si PyTorch ay dinevelop ni Facebook. Si TensorFlow ay mas marami gumagamit sa kanya kasi nauna siya and mas malaking community base niya. Si PyTorch naman, medyo bago pa lang siya, tapos maliit yung community base. Pero siya yung, mas ginagamit kasi yung syntax niya mas malapit kay Python. Okay? Again, yung pursue artificial intelligence, no? Kailangan yung matuto talaga ng programming language. So, depende naman siya kung anong gusto nyong gamiting language. Pwedeng si R, pwede si Python, pwede si C++, o kung ano man. Kasi yung mga programming languages, tool lang naman para gamitin natin. No? Pero I suggest, if you're trying to learn something, use a programming language that is high level. Ibig sabihin, close to human language. Like Python, like R. Okay? Okay. So let's try to, I will show you a code later on how to implement, okay? In PyTorch, for example, I'm gonna show a sample model on how you can do it. Yung PyTorch, mas gusto ko kasi, mas malapit nga yung syntax na kay Python. Mas Python yung ginagamit ko ngayon sa work, okay? Okay. Ano yung mga efforts naman no na nakikita natin for AI efforts for the pandemic? Sobrang dami, no? Most of the decision making process nangyayari in Europe, in the US, they use a lot of models na ginagamitan nila ng AI to base their decision, no? So usong-uso ngayon na concept, hindi lang pagiging data-driven, kundi pagiging evidence-based din. So even our doctors, to be honest, all of them, like epidemiologists, are expert in using AI models because talagang it's part of their workflow. So if I can like show you some demo, like ito yung isang cool na game na nakikita ko. It's like People of the Pandemic yung pangalan niya. So kung gusto nyo magkaroon ng understanding kung ano yung mga types ng model to simulate disease, this is a good model. It uses agent-based modeling, no, to do it. It's really interesting. So sinasimulate niya, paano kapag nasa urban area ako, tapos naisipan kong lumabas ng party or mag-grocery, for example. So tinitingnan niya yung probability kung gaano kadaming hospital beds yung mapupuno, ano yung probability na magkakasakit ka or number ng magkakasakit within your area. So it's really interesting to help us understand better, no, how to move with the corona crisis. Marami ring efforts na gumagawa ng mga models, no, like this one. They use a lot of mathematics, of calculus, and differential equations to simulate how the disease might propagate. No? So they use equations here, SIR model, SIER model, dinagdagan lang nila ng another variable na to make sense of the world during this time of pandemic. Okay. So this is really interesting. And there are lots of efforts as well, even in the Philippines. The DOH, maraming partners si DOH ngayon na gumagawa rin talaga ng modeling for them. There's a group in AIM, there's a group in UP na gumagawa ng mga models na ito na to understand better the pandemic. Let's go back to the presentation. Okay. I'm gonna show you a demo of how it looks like. No? PyTorch lang yung ipapakita ko. I won't show na the TensorFlow because of the time. So papakita ko, yung example na ipapakita ko sa inyo, sample ng image classification ng numbers. So kung makita nyo dito, okay, I will try to implement this particular network mo. Image classification siya. Okay? So let's try to look at it. Okay? So when doing an exploratory data analysis, normally ito yung workflow na ginagawa, no? So, inuuna natin mag-import ng libraries kay PyTorch, okay? Pagkatapos natin, yung mga libraries siya yung ginagamit natin na system to solve. For example, PyTorch, Torch yung pangalan niya sa Python, okay? Then next natin ginagawa, pine-prepare natin yung data. So, ginagawa natin, nilo-load natin yung as I've said before, di ba, yung mga artificial intelligence algorithms, kailangan nila ng maraming data para matuto. Kasi kapag mas maraming data na ginagamit mo, mas naging accurate yung model mo. At hindi lang basta-basta marami. Kailangan quality rin yung data mo. So good plus volume, better accuracy and performance of your model. So niloload natin yung maraming data. So yung pinagkukunan ko na dataset yung MNIST. So MNIST, yung NIST, National Institute of Standards and Technology, parang department siya sa US na marami silang dataset na available for these types of explorations and studies, no? Okay. Okay, so niload natin yung dataset. Okay, so ang ginawa lang nito, niload niya sobrang daming training images ng numbers. Kasi ang ginagawa natin ngayon, nagpapredict tayo ng numbers. Tapos, ang gawin natin ay tingnan natin yung mga numbers. Okay, so ito yung mga training data ko. So gusto ko, for example, i-predict, sulat kami ng tao na numbers. Sabihin natin na, uy, 7 ito, uy, 6 ito yung 5 ito. So ito yung ground truth natin. Ibig sabihin siya yung baseline natin ng comparison. Okay, pag feed natin siya sa model, mamaya sabihin ng model, mukha itong 2. Tapos sabihin natin sa kanya later, hindi, mali yan. So, i-input natin yun para makorek niya na, okay, hindi pala ito 2. Tapos magtatry siya ng ibang number. Okay? Next naman, ganito natin binibuild yung network. Okay? I think next time, if we want to do, later on, I will link you to some external materials that you can try to access and research on for exploration pa, no, and deep dive studying. Okay? As I've mentioned, kapag ginagawa mo yung network mo sa AI mo, convolution lang naman yung ginagamit. Karamihan, no? Convolution. Ito yung package na ginagamit. So, series lang siya ng convolution, tapos operations, tapos tinetrain natin yung model. Na-train natin yung model. Kumuha lang ako ng training model dito, tapos test ko kung tama yung model to give out the accuracy. Okay? So, kapag in-evaluate natin yung model, ito yung makikita natin. Kapag dinamihan ko ng dinamihan yung training ko, tapos tinagalan ko ng tinagalan yung pag-train, mas bumaba yung error ko. So, mas naging perfect ngayon yung algorithm. Hindi naman perfect. Mas tumataas yung capability niya to identify kung tama ba. Okay? So, I think yung ginamit ko na model, ito, na neural net, ito na yung parang one of the state-of-the-art model on how you can do it. Like, 98% accuracy na identify niya ng tama yung numbers. So, if we look at the results, ito, mapapansin natin, tama lahat yung predictions niya. Kasi, state-of-the-art model na ito ginagamit natin na, uy, tama yung prediction niya sa 7, sa 6, sa 5, and so on. Okay? So, ganito yung typical workflow kapag gumagawa ka ng model. In-import mo yung library mo, pinaprepare mo yung data mo, tinitingnan mo kung enough yung data mo, tama ba yung dimensions niya, and you create your model, na dinedefine yung model mo. After creating your model, ite-train mo yung model mo sa sobrang daming dataset. Okay? Tapos, ita-test mo ngayon yung dataset mo para ma-ensure at ma-measure yung accuracy niya. Okay? I-measure, i-evaluate mo yung performance to look at paano ba nag-perform. Then, you will check the results by looking at the output. Okay? That's it. Okay? So, in summary, no, parang ang masasabi lang natin ngayon, AI is indeed magical. No? But there's no magic in AI. No? Ang pattern din kasi ng mga human beings, we tend to worship things that we don't know. Diba? For example, nung unang panahon, minimeasure natin si araw, sinasamba natin yung araw, yung puno, yung tubig, because hindi natin na-explain na, okay, yung pag-ulan pala, water cycle lang. Okay? Something is similar to AI, no? Sometimes we tend to see it as magical because we don't understand it. But if we actually study it and look at how it works internally and what's happening under the hood, then we will recognize that there's no magic in AI. Okay? So it's all about designing good models, using optimization, probability, statistics, logic to develop efficient algorithms to solve practical problems. Okay? So yun din yung kailangan na mag-ground tayo na yung AI, ginagamit siya ngayon for practical applications. But imagination naman natin yung limiter. We can always try other variations and applications of AI. Pero if you want to start, syempre, magsimula tayo sa practical applications. It's not the answer to everything, of course, no? But it can surely do us a lot of things. Okay? And it should like promote a positive impact to technology and humanity in general. So, balikan lang natin yung learning objective natin, no, para ma-close din natin yung discussion. So, una nating question kanina sa learning objective, ano nga ba yung AI? So, what is AI? Again, AI is when computers use skills that normally need human intelligence. So, ino-automate na natin using computers yung mga bagay na ginagawa natin before. For example, yung transcription, di ba? Transcription kunyari ng movies, di ba? Ngayon, hindi na manual yung tao na tinatype at pinapakinggan yung words na sinasabi sa movies. Automatic na may algorithm na gumagawa ng speech recognition. Okay? How does it work? AI learns from repetition. Inuulit niya, tinetrain natin ng maraming beses yung algorithm natin para matuto. Pero kailangan ma-ensure natin bago matuto yung algorithm at tumaas yung efficiency niya at accuracy, we need a lot of data. And not only a lot, we need a lot of good data. Okay? So, it's important na ma-establish natin yung integrity ng dataset natin na may concept nga tayo no, sa data science na garbage in, garbage out. Kapag pangit at maraming pinasok mo dun sa model mo, malamang garbage din yung results mo. So this is very critical. So what are its applications and implications? So AI will creep in most of our industries. We can't evade this one. Okay? Nakita natin in the near future, we can predict using our models no, na patuloy talaga mag-integrate sa buhay natin yung ganitong type of technology and kailangan natin mag-adopt. Okay? Pero hindi lang ito na uuwi sa usapin ng pag-adopt. Dapat kinoconsider natin lagi na itong mga technology na to ay magiging parte ng buhay natin as humans. So dapat kapag gumagawa tayo ng mga algorithms, tinitingnan natin repercussions ng mga models na to. Kaya nga siya dialectic, di ba? Yung mga ginagawa natin, kailangan natin isipin sino yung end users, ano yung effects sa kanila. Okay? Magagamit pa tong technology na ginawa mo or algorithm for good or for bad. So I think it's a discussion not only for those who make the algorithms, not only for those who make the technology, not only for those powerful in our society, but a society as a whole. So we need to have more conversation on these topics, no, para mas maging holistic yung approach natin sa pag-understand ng technology. And that's what I really appreciate about ph.org. It's because it gives us this platform to talk about these innovations. It gives us platform to share our knowledge to others, no? So, before we continue sa ending part nung session natin, may quote lang natin si Einstein, no? As a physics major, syempre, biased ako kay Einstein. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. So, tip ko sa mga mag-study ng AI, abangan nyo na medyo mahirap ito na road. You will need a lot of studying to understand it, pero kailangan talaga siya na pagdaanan for you to be able to apply it in real life and in your work, hopefully in the future. So you need to study linear algebra, specifically calculus and statistics. So most colleges naman, they offer this sa lalo na kapag related sa engineering courses nyo. Pero kung hindi, AI is for everyone. It's not only for engineers and technical people. This language can be learned. You just need to be tenacious on how you can do it. Okay? So I'll give you some websites to look for to study AI. No, let me type here. You can visit fast.ai. Okay. Fast.ai provides some resources. This is free. Okay. Some applications of AI. No, they have learning modules as well. They have tutorials on how to do and how to use AI algorithms, the math behind it, and how to apply it using PyTorch. Okay, so this is a good repository of learning materials, no, for it. So check out fast.ai. One more thing would be aiforeveryone.org. Okay, this is also a good platform wherein you can check resources. Okay, just wait for it to load. Pero this is a good good repository as well of materials, no? So same, yung recommendations nila aralin, same naman dun sa binigay ko. You need to know how to code. Any programming language will do, but I suggest high-level programming language, probability, statistics, math, calculus. Here's a repository already of the things that you can check, no, for future studies. And this one, kung medyo expert na kayo na, kung medyo marunong na kayo ngayon sa math, para sa mga advanced listeners naman natin, I recommend trying out this one, Papers with Code. I think this is one of the best resource na nakita ko, no, when it comes to studying a new algorithm. Okay? So, ang maganda dito sa website na ito, naka-breakdown per topic kung ano yung mga gusto nyong explore na subcategory ng artificial intelligence. At maganda dito, ibibigay niya sa inyo yung state-of-the-art technology to solve that problem and my code. Okay, so you don't have to code from scratch. Okay, so ito yung mga types of problems. Computer vision, yung minention ko na kanina to, di ba? Computer vision. Okay, semantic segmentation, yung ginawa ni NVIDIA kanina, image classification, object detection, so on and so on. NLP, andito na rin. Pag clinic nito, makikita nyo, try natin mag-click ng isa, tapos pili tayo ng application. Kunyari, gusto ko yung semantic segmentation. Meron dito na ng mga top papers discussing that topic and GitHub link ng code. So repository ng code, andito na. This is for those who already know how to code and know some math na ha. Okay. Again, babala ito dun sa mga gusto mag-AI engineer. You really need to know your basics before. Kasi minsan, sasakit talaga yung ulo nyo kapag hindi nyo na-understand yung math. Ang problem din minsan kapag na-implement nyo, kapag present nyo sa client, for example, tapos tanongin kayo, o sige, what are the possible sources of error of your model? Medyo mahirap sagutin kapag hindi mo alam kung paano nag-work yung math behind it. So kahit pa paano, familiarize yourself. So eto, sample lang ng breakdown ng research niya. Pinibigay niya sa atin yung topic, yung dataset, link ng dataset, andito rin, yung paper to study the math, and the code. Okay? So this is a very good repository. I think we can also include this dun sa mga attendees natin sa link na ibibigay natin no, after the session. We can also forward these materials for you. Okay? What else? Yeah, one of the companies that I'm working with right now is AI Revolution. In AI Revolution, no, meron kaming ginawa for starters. Kinurate namin lahat ng this one. We curated all of the learning resources for NLP. No, so we tried a lot of courses and ranked them. So we ranked them based on our opinions. Anong type of people kaya yung matututo sa ganitong program? So inisa-isa namin ito. Lahat ito ilang online learning material ito and courses online, no? 15. Inisa-isa namin, binigyan namin ng score, tapos tiningnan namin sino yung maka-maximize at optimize ng learning experience with these platforms. Okay? So, again, if you have any questions, please feel free to chat using Slido or sa Facebook feed natin, no? If nahiya kayo, you can also ask me personally and connect with me through LinkedIn. So my name is Albert Yumol in LinkedIn. If you need to ask more questions on where to get materials, please, I would be happy to help you. I'm an activist, so I believe that technology should be open for all. So I really do believe na malaki yung bagay na matutulong natin kapag naging open yung technology para sa lahat. It can be accessed by anyone. That's it for my session. Thanks a lot for listening. I hope you learned something about AI today and it clarified some things. Okay, Luis, it's good.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
good with the lecture.
it's a good point that you're saying that our goal really is to make technology available to everyone, and I think in today's time, I'm not sure if that's the right word to say, pero there's a lot of resources online that you can use to learn AI, specifically AI, since that's the topic that we have tonight. And just to share my experience as well. So if you go to Coursera, I think for guys who for people who are not really sure where to go, uh, it's a good thing that we had Justine and Bash tonight to probably guide us, to guide us where to go in learning AI and machine learning. And for myself, what I found very useful is also to go to Coursera, because if you go to Coursera, and as mentioned by Justine earlier, there's this course by Andrew Nung that you can actually audit, so you don't have to pay for it. You just have to audit it and go through the entire course. You won't get the certificate at the end, but you'll get to understand what AI is about. So the course is titled AI for Everyone. So I'm pretty sure AI is not for everyone, but it gives you like this overview of what AI is all about, and it guides you through the process It's on a project manager perspective, pero it gives you an idea of what if it's really for you. And with the help of Bash tonight, um, we are guided on the next steps. So for those of you who are going to take that, uh, well, it's not an easy path. Uh, as mentioned by Bash, you can always go back to us and also connect with Bash, and Bash will be more than happy to help you through your journey. Right, Bash?
Yeah. Luis, I will also echo what you said about Coursera. Even me during undergrad, naubos ng oras ko to enroll in Coursera courses because minsan you can audit it, but you can also apply for scholarship. And lalo na nasa third world country tayo, ang bilis nilang mag-approve. 2 weeks lang, nag-approve sila ng scholarships for it. So it's really useful. And one more thing pala, in terms of learning pala, wag niyong sarilihin. I think what worked for me is the concept of collective learning. So I find other people na interested matuto ng AI and I collaborate with them. We do studies Saturdays together. We do study groups kasi minsan naka-overwhelm yung mga bagay kapag ina-absorb natin ng mag-isa lang. So it helps kapag collective yung wisdom at learning na ginagawa natin. It makes things faster and with more quality and fun.
Yeah, I think so. And
Mas human.
yeah, I believe in that. Because it's really important to find like this community that relates to the challenges that you're experiencing in learning a new technology, especially technology, because it's always changing. So there's really a need for you to stay updated. So I think one of the communities that I would personally recommend would be AI Pilipinas, and I think Bash is also a member of that. Justine started his journey in AI and machine learning and natural language processing with AI Pilipinas. And then from there, you will get recommendations on where to go to learn the technology further. So, and then you can always go back to get the help of the community members. So, for Filipinos, especially us, we're very passionate about learning new things, and I think there's no shortage of resources, and there's no shortage of people who can help us learn new skills. So, and also, while I have you, Bash, let me just share to everyone that we will be sharing everything that was discussed during these sessions. So the first one with Justine, and the second session with Albert, with Bash, and we will send to you the references and the summary of the discussion through email. So it's very important that you register to the link that's provided on the comment section so that we can reach out to you, send you everything that you need to start your journey in learning AI and machine learning. And personally, I would like to thank Albert for taking this time. This wouldn't be the last because I'm pretty sure a lot of you are still uh, well an hour session of introduction to AI is not enough to really understand AI. It's a very complex subject, so we'll definitely have more sessions in the future, to be more specific on topics on AI. But Bash, I have a few questions here, but I think it would be good to ask. Uh, let's select like two for now. Just because of the time. There's one question here. Hello, I am to start with AI. Do I have to be very good at data structures and algorithms?
Um, it depends muna on your ano. I think if you want to start to study, make clear muna ang goals mo, no? So, kailangan malinaw muna yung goals because some career path in AI, hindi naman kailangan na well-versed ka agad sa algorithms and data structures. Minsan, karaniwan, if you go some routes, no, mas madali na mag-aral ka muna ng required math. Later on kasi ako din, di naman ako magaling talaga sa data structures kasi physics yung background ko. But I learned it through work, through industry. Pero maganda nun kasi I know na yung core concepts. Okay, tapos na lang naman yung data structures. Those are just tools. Yung algorithms, core. So, kailangan talaga, no, after you know the math, yung math naman, algorithms lang din yun eh. So, technically, it's the same. So, I suggest, make your clear goal muna. Tapos, after making your clear goals, tsaka mo identify what's the best focus for you.
Okay. So the second question that we have here is, what do I need to know for me to start projects using OCR?
Nakita ko na my screen ko, no, Luis?
Yeah.
Okay. Optical character recognition is a subcategory of image recognition. So yung image recognition, maraming topics within it.
Okay. So we'll just wait for Bash to reconnect. Sorry about that. So, and again, for everyone, we will definitely send you everything that was presented tonight to your email address. So just kindly register so that we can send them to you. And let me just add Bash here now. Hello, Bash.
Hey, I'm back.
Sorry, you got disconnected again. Yeah.
Okay.
So let me
So
just add
as I was
your
answering,
presentation. Yeah.
okay. For optical character recognition, as I've mentioned, subset ito ng image processing, no? So yun yung una mo sanang aralin, no? Image processing. Marami namang online resources and tools available for that, like OpenCV in Python or in R, pwede mo siyang gamitin, no? Pero just to give you an item agad, no? Try research about Tesseract. So siya yung open source tool na ginagamit natin for optical character recognition, no. Tesseract OCR. So it's open source. The code is available in GitHub. You can apply it regardless of programming language that you use. So it's a good way to start. Start with image processing. Then kung gusto mo talagang OCR na, use Tesseract.
All right. Okay. So I think that's that will be the last of the questions that we have for tonight. But for the rest of the questions that were posted on slide.do, we will definitely answer them through email, and we'll send it to everyone so that uh, if you share the same questions, then you'll get the same answers. Okay, and Albert, do you have any last anything anything to add?
I'm good. I'm good. I just want to request everyone to like continue involving yourself in learning. Continuous learning is the way to go, and always be human. Yun lang.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's true. And our motto here as well is keep learning. So, guys, don't stop learning. There's always, if you think you want to learn something, there's always something online for you to start learning that topic, like for AI, for machine learning that we've talked about. And just to add, in our next session, we will be talking to Prince Xavier as well. So Prince Xavier is actually a good friend of Bash. So I think they're schoolmates in high school before in Pasay. Is that correct, Bash? And let me just share this to you. So we'll be talking to Prince Xavier of Project Moses. So let me just show to you the what Project Moses is about. Okay, well I have Bash online. So here, so Project Moses is a place that you can use during this pandemic. So it provides you with all the tools that you need, you know, the resources, and they also have a self triage tool here. So you can visit their website projectmoses.ph, and we will be talking more about Project Moses on our next episode next Saturday. And next Saturday we also have Paulo Espiritu to talk about Haraya Learning Innovations. So they've created this new way of learning for students. So, and I would like to thank you, Bash, for the time. And then Bash will be sharing to me all his presentation and all the references that you need to know to start learning AI, and we will share it to everyone. Just don't forget to register. And this online Saturday session is brought to you by recruitday.com. And thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. And hope we see you next time.